Hallo Fluffy, willkommen, willkommen. Okay, ich bin da. Hallo, hallo. Boah, sogar direkt als der Song aufgehört hat. Einen Moment. Bin eventuell ein bisschen krank. Aber mein Model ist noch nicht da. Da bin ich. Hi. Ich weiß auch noch nicht. Ich überlege mir momentan, ob ich vielleicht nächste Woche mir eine komplette Woche Pause nehmen soll. Wobei ich eigentlich sehr viel Zeug habe, was ich streamen würde gerne. Und einfach nicht dazu komme. Irgendwie zum Beispiel, ich will endlich Baldur's Gate weiterspielen. Ich will eventuell auch noch Hollow Knight, Celeste und so weiter spielen. Es gibt so viel Zeug, was ich machen will. Und ja, heute kümmern wir uns um den Dance of Resolute Will. Condensed habe ich heute nicht so viel vor zu verwenden, um ehrlich zu sein. Generell Resin habe ich wenig vor zu verwenden. Aber ja, wir kümmern uns heute um verschiedenes Zeug in Genshin erstmal. Und ja, das ist das Ziel für heute. Gems Farm. Ich werde nicht auf Raiden, nicht auf Yomi abholen. Ich habe nachgeguckt, von beiden ist die First Constellation nicht wirklich gut. Bei Raiden ist sie okay, aber da ist die zweite viel besser. Und es lohnt sich nicht auf Jeffers zu gehen. Also wenn, würde ich eh nur pullen für Jeffers, aber das würde sich halt nicht lohnen im Endeffekt. Ja, Dankeschön. Ich weiß, was du... Okay. Interessanter Sprung. Okay, wir haben nur 2 Stück, aber das können wir machen. Ich muss direkt immer den Multiple auswählen. Okay. Okay, es wird also einen Charakter geben, den ich mehrmals verwenden darf. Ich überlege. Ich glaube, ich mache einmal das hier. Mit Nilu. Dich und dich. Und einmal mache ich das. Mit dir, dir. Wen noch, ist die Frage. Also, wir brauchen eigentlich einen Healer. Im Notfall können wir sie auch. Ah, es ist schön. Es ist wirklich schön, die Position ändern zu können. Ich mag sowas. Okay, let's go. Wir sollen zwar Navia nutzen, aber naja. Ich glaube, ich habe die Version schon sehr häufig genutzt. Sehr viel benutzt, meine ich. Deswegen kann ich mir mal erlauben, sie mal nicht zu nutzen.
Busted. Here comes the catch. Thrust and reap. Gotcha. Committed to memory. All eyes on me. Hey.
Soll Crits live auf den Gegner triggern. Okay, maybe sollte ich es ändern. Maybe. Ich vermute mal dann, dass sie hier Main sein wird. Also werde ich in der Verfassung einmal mit Bennett spielen und Zhongli. Und in der anderen Verfassung werde ich einmal mit dir spielen. Muss unser ja, Charlotte. Den nehme ich noch rein, ist die Frage. Raiden? Nee. Eigentlich brauche ich noch einen Geo-Applier. Das Problem ist, ich habe nicht so viele Geo-Applier. Und Geo-Applier gibt es auch leider nicht so viele. Nehmen wir halt noch Novelette mit. Einfach nur, weil wir es können.
Game's up. Fun's over. Feeling lucky? Fire! Well, with rocks. Everybody stand back! Here comes the catch. Busted.
This is order. Gather.
Fire! Well, with rocks. Hiya! This one's got your name on it.
Ja, wir machen ein bisschen Schaden.
Quietly now. I'm going in. Things are about to get dicey. Feeling lucky? A proper send-off from Messina with love. Ah! Umbrella warfare, I guess. Ha! Hiya! Ha-ha!
Stabilize.
Everybody stand back!
I will have order.
Game's up. Time's over. Busted.
Fire! Well, with rock.
Mit dem Team läuft es wesentlich besser.
Things are about to get tight. Quietly now.
Solidify.
Everybody stand back! Attack!
Come on.
That's the way. This one's got your name on it. Umbrella warfare,
Schade.
I guess.
Hätten wir das noch geschafft, dann hätten wir noch eine Heightening wahrscheinlich bekommen. Oh ne.
Lucky day.
Let the world come on! Smile! Attack! That's the way. This one's got your name on it. Hard hitting exclusive. Hey there! Umbrella warfare. Let my name echo in song. Yoo-hoo!
Let's get down to business.
Attack!
More.
That's the way. Feeling lucky?
Lucky day.
Eigentlich immer so während den Phasen kann ich dann immer mit Novelette spielen. So.
The time's better.
Can't let the world collide! Break it down!
Silence.
Fire! Well, time to shine! Hold that pose! Huh. Shoot! Bomb! Umbrella warfare, I guess! Coming at ya!
Let's get down to business.
A proper send-off!
Okay.
From Messina with love. Feeling lucky? Ha! Ha-ha! Head-na! Cha! Hiya! Head-na! Umbrella
Let's
warfare,
get
I
down to
guess!
business.
Say cheese! Shower me with praise!
Ah, come on.
How's this?
Watch out! Cha! Fire! Well, with rocks.
Ich hätte Zhongli definitiv in die zweite Runde eher mitnehmen sollen.
Hold that pose! Hard hitting it!
Bow your
Dann hätte ich mehr Punkte bekommen. Aber naja, ich glaube, ich habe da noch genügend. Dauerhaft halt hier ein Schild zu haben, ist halt schwierig. Okay, was haben wir hier? Overload und Pyro oder Electro-related reactions on the opponent. Okay, das erste muss Pyro oder Ding sein. Dann machen wir einfach hier Raiden, Javris und hier unten noch eine Nakida. Yellen und geben wir mal Full Offense hier unten. Nein, Hyperbloom ist theoretisch Reactions. Und oben machen wir. Da dürfen wir jetzt halt nur Overload reinnehmen, am besten also nur Pyro oder. Ich will es mal damit probieren, um ehrlich zu sagen. Ich weiß halt echt nicht wirklich, wie ich da so ein Team zusammenbauen soll am besten. Hier oben, das ist ein Overload-Team. Ich weiß, wie ihr Kit einigermaßen funktioniert. Ich weiß leider nicht, wie man es zusammenbaut. Ein Team.
Shine down.
Hands right, see ya. Teamwork is dreamwork.
Torn to oblivion.
The fuse is lit. Stop right there. Everybody stand. A festive reprise. You asked for it.
Inazuma shines eternal.
Overload ist halt nicht so die beste Reaktion, aber ich meine, Javris macht die halt besser. Die arbeitet ja mit
There is no
quasi
escape.
Hands right.
Overload.
Torn to oblivion.
Let's light it up. Stop right there.
Shine down.
You asked for teamwork is dreamwork. Let's light it up.
Illusion shattered. Now you shall perish.
Justice will prevail.
Shine down. Ha!
Final warning.
Doch definitiv eigentlich noch einen besseren Elektro-Flyer oder einen zweiten zumindest.
Torn
Wäre halt so
to
ja
oblivion.
Miko normalerweise.
There is no escape.
You asked for it. Teamwork is dreamwork.
Illusion shattered.
Aber ich muss sagen, ich mag übelst Javris Playstyle. So. Das ist eigentlich relativ entspannt. Relativ simpel, relativ entspannt. Und ihr Gimmick ist auch toll. So. Jetzt werden wir aber auf Damage gehen mit dem Hyper Bloom Team. Let's go.
Everyone hold hands.
Gotcha. Here comes the catch. Now you
So.
shall perish.
Genügend Elektro-Reaktionen getriggert.
I see everything. Yeah.
Fallen leaves adorn my.
Make yourselves at home.
Things are about to get dicey. Busted. Shine down. Torn to oblivion.
One with nature.
Everyone hold hands. Sharing my knowledge.
Clouds high. The birds come.
Quietly now. Game's up. Fun's over. Illusion shattered.
I see everything.
What the? Damn.
Gotcha.
Das Ding ist halt so immer, der einzige Charakter wirklich getroffen wird, wenn ich
There is no escape.
dieses Team spiele, ist natürlich wieder.
About to get dicey.
The Temple of Wisdom.
Wo wurde ich... So, jetzt habe ich Main Damage Source verloren.
Now you shall perish.
Ich hasse es so sehr. Das war wahrscheinlich wieder ein Konter von so einem dieser Dinger hier.
Wind strike. Clouds high. The birds come.
There is no escape. Busted. Torn to oblivion. Shine down. Here comes the catch.
Fallen leaves adorn my night.
Nochmal weggeschleudert worden, ist klar. Das sollte nicht genügend sein. Ja. Was ein Müll. Einfach nur weil der Hida gestorben ist. Naja, das ist jetzt nicht so wichtig. Ah. Das ist immer so doof. Spielt bei einmal ein Risky Team. Schon funktioniert nichts mehr. So. Wir haben jetzt eigentlich Gems. 1000. 16.000, okay. Ich bin mir sicher, ich kann noch. Kann ich? 18.000 werde ich wahrscheinlich noch schaffen vor Ende. Also nehme ich mir einfach mal 20.000 vor Ende der Version. Das scheint möglich. Ich meine, momentan habe ich so rund die 100 Puls. Aber ja. Ziel ist ja auch nur Janion. Das ist ja nur das Ziel. Nee, aber werden wir schaffen, bin ich mir sicher. Ich meine, das neue Ding wird ja, eine neue Version wird ja am 1. Februar released, also wir haben noch bis Ende Januar Zeit. Aber wir nochmal eigentlich. Okay, gut. Machen wir einmal. Quests bin ich ja eigentlich schon dann. Jetzt die Frage wieder, was machen wir? Wir können eine Story Quest machen. Ich glaube, darauf hätte ich sogar heute Bock. Die Frage ist, was machen wir jetzt für eine Story Quest? Lenny? You know what? Wobei. Oder Novelette. Novelette würde halt noch ein bisschen Story wahrscheinlich gehören mit. Ja, mach mal Novelette. Dann.
Paimon has so many questions about his true identity. Let's go talk to him and find out.
Oh, darüber hast du Fragen. Ja, also in Lore sind wir jetzt an dem Punkt, wo Fontaine noch nicht gerettet ist. Das muss man bedenken. Also in Lore ist Fontaine ja noch nicht sicher. Außerhalb von der Lore ist es natürlich. Aber in der Lore nicht. Nein, nein. Wieso wollte ich gerade nach hier?
Wait, did I hear that right? Monsieur Neurvalette, are you sure you'd like to take over the case yourself?
That's right.
Case.
No, but why? Technically speaking, cases like this are better left to the guards. Neurvalette, Sabine! Hey there! What are you two talking about? Ugh, Traveler and Paimon, please help me talk our Chief Justice out of this. He wants to investigate a case on his own. Now, this is completely unprecedented. How can we have the Udex acting like a private detective?
I can introduce you to some amazing
I
detectives.
trust that you'd be able to work that out with how well connected you are, but I must apologize. I do not plan on relying on anyone else's help for this matter.
So, what is it exactly? It sure sounds serious if it's something you've got to investigate personally.
A Melusi named Kiara received a threat letter.
Yeah.
And then?
That is all the information I have acquired at this stage.
Okay.
I have no idea why you're so hung up over this. I've checked the schedule in advance, and it seems like there aren't any trials today. So, if you insist, well, I have no objections.
Thank you for understanding.
Then I shall return to my post for now. Should anyone visit while you are away, I will be sure to make a record of it. I sincerely hope that you will return soon. Judging from Sadine's reaction, it must be pretty rare for you to investigate stuff personally. What's so
I cannot tell you just yet,
Damn.
but it reminded me of certain past events. There could be complicated conflicts of interest behind all this, so I must eliminate all risks in advance.
Conflict of interest.
Come on, stop being so secretive. We still have no idea what's going on.
It is not my intention to keep you in the dark, but I need some time to revisit those memories and collect my thoughts. Long story short, A little more than 400 years ago, I became the Iudex of Fontaine and initiated a series of institutional reforms. There were few people I could trust, but I had two subordinates who were exceptionally trustworthy and capable. Carol, a Melusine, and Vautrin, leader of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol.
They must have been amazing people to receive such high praise from you.
Indeed. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to protect them. The reforms damaged the interests of some, and the more conservative faction took advantage of Carol's identity to instigate political unrest. Ultimately, they wanted me to yield more of my power. The incident resulted in Carol taking her own life, and Vautrin being exiled. From then on, I've been especially careful when dealing with cases related to Melusines.
Seems like seems like they're using Melusines against you.
All Melusines used to live a secluded life away from human society. I granted their wishes when some of them, including Carol, asked me to bring them to the court of Fontaine. Many common folk believe that I share a special bond with the Melusines, and whatever they do can be traced back to me. Some of them, especially those who hold a grudge against me, exploit that belief and stir up conflict over Melusines in an attempt to lay the blame on me. I have nothing against the opinions of others, but the moment a whirlpool of conspiracy forms, it inevitably affects the innocent. It has already happened once, and I want to make sure it does not happen again.
Even so, why do you have to be the one investigating? There's the guards, the Maréchaussée Phantom, and the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol. Aren't they more than enough to figure out what's going on?
Ich glaube, er will lieber selber sich davon überzeugen.
Based on prior experience, there is a high chance that those who hold hostility towards me do not belong to the same department. The political system of Fontaine is relatively complex and involves the interests of multiple different factions. However, since I am technically an outsider in Fontaine, a lot of trouble could be avoided if I personally took on the case.
Outsider? But aren't you the Chief Justice of Fontaine? Why would you be an outsider?
I understand where you are coming from, but there is not necessarily a connection between my responsibilities and how I perceive myself. You know very well about my true identity, and have even met others of my kind in other nations.
The Hydra Nation. Averse? Wait, damit es bestätigt, dass... Okay, wir wussten halt, dass APEP eine Dragon Sovereigns ist. Das heißt aber auch, dass irgendein anderer auch noch ein Dragon Sovereign ist. Also vielleicht Dwalin oder Ashtaha.
Even though I was born with a human form, there is a fundamental difference between dragons and humans. Taking on the role of Chief Justice does not make me a part of this community. In fact, the status I was granted has prevented me from forming deeper bonds with others. I have lived in Fontaine for a long time, but I do not belong here. That is why I call myself an outsider, a fish out of water.
We're also outsiders to contend.
Yeah, we have nothing to do with all those organizations anyway. So how about we come with you on your investigation? Let's team up and round up all the bad guys lurking in the dark.
Genau.
That does not sound like a bad idea. I rarely investigate cases on my own, but with professionals like you around, I'm sure it will go a lot smoother.
Oh, Paimon's starting to get a little embarrassed. Just leave it to us.
Let us go. We should visit Kiara first and try to gain a better understanding of the situation.
Okay.
So Neverlet feels like he doesn't truly belong here in Fontaine, but is that really true? Paimon feels like he has a kinda skewed perspective on a lot of things. Anyway, let's catch up with him first.
Das ist interessant. Ich frag mich echt, wer jetzt alles noch zu den Dragon Sovereigns zählt.
You called yourself a fish out of water, right? But since you're the Hydro Dragon, would a dragon out of water suit you better?
Thank you for your suggestion. I will consider using the more accurate term in private occasions. Please allow me to rephrase. Has a dragon out of water?
Ugh. That sounds kind of weird. Let's stick with the previous version instead.
Ich habe eine Idee. Wenn wir ihn dann spielen,
The pleasure is all mine.
dann wird er ausgetauscht. Das heißt, wir haben dann nur Novelette, den wir spielen können. Ich würde super gerne eigentlich nochmal Yaimikos Quest spielen, weil man da in einen Dungeon gegangen ist, wo man einen besonderen Spiegel gesehen hat und da hätte ich gerne verschiedene Charaktere drin angeguckt. Aber leider ist Mikos Quest, also das Gebiet da nur in ihrer Quest zu betreten.
I never thought I'd see him here.
Does anyone have a camera?
We should have gone up to him and said something.
Yeah, that was the perfect
The weather's amazing today.
Kiara,
Monsieur Neuvillette! And you are? Oh, I remember. You're the Traveler and Paimon. I've heard about you. Aw, she's adorable! Hey there, it's nice to meet you. Thanks for the compliment. Is there anything I can do for you?
I heard from Sidine that you received a threatening letter.
A threatening letter? Oh, right! I remember now. The letter fell through the crack in my door as I was heading out this morning. It said something about catching me, so I thought someone wanted to play hide and seek.
Wow. Innocent.
But Sidine told me it was a threatening letter, and that I could be in danger. But that's not gonna happen with everyone looking after me, right?
Have you run into any suspicious-looking people recently?
Suspicious-looking people? What counts as suspicious?
Someone who follows you from behind. Someone who always strikes up a conversation with you.
Ah! Did you think of something? Nope. I don't remember meeting anyone like that.
Do you still have the letter with you? I want you to show me what it says.
Oh, let's see. Found it.
Now then, get lost. If you don't leave the Maréchaussée Phantom, I will come and catch you in person. Don't say I didn't warn you. A simple threat. Neither the handwriting nor the content itself reveals anything about the writer's intentions.
Are they concealing their identity on purpose?
We can't rule out that possibility. Since you can't think of anyone suspicious, I will be heading back to the Palais Mermonia to review some official documents. Kiara, you should come with us. It's safer if you stay close by.
Sure. Wait, no. I still have a case to work on. I promised Alof that I'd check on her place later.
But you are being watched right now. Going off on your own could be dangerous.
And that's where we come in to help. We'll stay with Kiara and make sure she's safe. With us around, anyone scheming to hurt Kiara can forget about it. Thank you, Traveler. Big Sis Paimon.
Big Sis Paimon.
Don't worry, your Big Sis Paimon is super strong.
Wunderbar.
All right, let us go our separate ways for now. Please take care of Kiara.
We'll take her to a lost place right away. See you around. So, Kiara, how old are you? Let me think. 1, 2, 10? I can't remember.
Wow.
I remember coming to the Court of Fontaine with Carol and Neuvillette. That must have been a long time ago. Carol? Did Neuvillette mention her just now? That was more than 400 years ago. Why would Paimon be a big sister to you? My memory isn't that good. But Carol told me I could address others based on how I feel about them. Paimon feels a lot more grown up than me, so you're a big sis. Huh, Paimon sees. Hey, Traveler,
War das
did you
grad-
hear that?
War das gerade eine Bestätigung, dass Paimon unter 400 Jahren ist? Das sind schon. Charlotte.
Strange. Paimon felt like someone was following us. Olaf!
Kiara, you're here. Huh? Wait, aren't these two...
Oh, they're the Traveler and Big Sis Paimon.
I thought so. What brings you here?
We're protecting
Did you run
Kiara.
into any trouble?
It's not really trouble anymore with us around. May I begin inspecting the store as planned?
Of course. Go ahead.
Joria Boutique. Looks at the steps. Looks at the clothes.
No hazards detected. You've cleared the inspection. Seems like the criminal from that case last month never set foot in here at all. That was quick. What were you inspecting? I took a look around the shop. Neuvillette says that us Melazines have special eyes that can see things people can't. Things like bloodstains. No matter how hard you try to clean them up, we Melazines can see their residual stains for some time. Pretty cool, huh?
All right. Now that you're done inspecting, can we have a chat? Hear me out. I'm planning to release an outfit for children next month and wanted to hire you as my model. Is that okay with you?
Of course! Is there anything I need to do?
Please wait a moment while I take your measurements. The sample should be a perfect fit.
Seems like they get along really well. Huh? What are you looking at?
I think there's someone over there.
Is there really someone watching us?
Ah, yeah.
Shh. Let's sneak over and take a look.
Ist weggegangen hier. Ich hab... Hier... Okay, sie ist doch woanders hingegangen. Aber sie war ursprünglich... Und das hat man noch gesehen, hat man ihre Mütze noch hier gesehen. Deswegen... Ja. Charlotte ist hier.
Strange. Why isn't he back yet?
Gotcha! Charlotte, what are you doing here? Oh, wait, don't tell Paimon you're the one who sent Kiara that threatening letter. But you don't seem like the type to...
Threat letter? What threat letter?
What are you doing here exactly?
This is starting to feel like an interrogation.
It is.
Okay, I'll be straight with you. I don't know the slightest thing about that threat letter you mentioned. I only wanted to follow Monsieur Neuvillette and request an interview with him.
You want to interview him?
That's right. I'm not the only one, you know. Interviewing him is every journalist's dream. But it's not an easy task to accomplish. The Palais Mermonia rarely accepts appointment requests from us, and we never have the chance to interrupt when the court's in session. So imagine how surprised I was seeing him out on the streets today. It seemed like you were investigating something too. The perfect opportunity to whip up an exclusive, don't you think? Of course, I'll make sure to turn in my manuscript to him for review. I have my principles, and I'd never publish an article without the consent of all parties involved.
It's better if we kept this a secret.
Yeah, we're doing a secret investigation that can't be made public knowledge.
I see. Well, if you say so, I guess I'll put this matter aside for now.
For now.
Shame. Chances like this don't come by very often, you know. In exchange, could you tell me what the threat letter is about? I swear I won't tell.
Alright then.
What? Someone's targeting a cute little Melazine?
Shh, not so loud.
It just so happens that I did an interview with Kiara. Last month, in fact. It was well received by our readers, so I was planning to continue the series. And now someone's coming after her. I'll ask my colleagues about it. Who knows? We might find something. And don't worry, I know what I'm doing. This secret's safe with me.
Mhm.
But I gotta warn you, even if I keep my lips sealed, others will know eventually.
Why?
People care a great deal about Monsieur Neuvrelet's each and every move. Some may have already realized that something was up. Besides, the case involves Melazines, so... Anyway, I'll get going now. Watch yourselves, alright?
Well, that was a nice chat. Let's head back and check on Kiara.
Clever.
What do you think? The design looks pretty good, huh?
I think it's great!
Huh. It's very pretty indeed.
Cloran! What are you doing here? It seems that you just showed up out of nowhere.
As I passed by the Palais Mermonia, I heard that Neuvillette was investigating a case with you. Technically speaking, he and I are under an employer-employee relationship. It didn't feel right to have my employer personally take on such trivial cases. I happen to have some time at the moment, and came to take a look. I sometimes have my clothes custom-made at this boutique, in any case, so we always have a lot to talk about.
Ah, Neuvillette sure is lucky to have someone like you.
Leave this to me. You should go meet up with Neuvillette.
Okay then, we'll leave Kiara in your hands. Come on, let's go find Neuvillette.
Okay. Aua. Familiar threat. Was macht mein Model gerade?
Oh, you're back. Is everything all right?
Yeah, everything's alright.
We ran into Cloran. She offered to help us protect Kiara.
That is good to hear. I trust her abilities. It looks like Kiara is in good hands.
We've had some did you find anything?
Dankeschön für den Follow, Alina. Vielen Dank und
I've been looking over the case
willkommen in der
records,
Community.
specifically
Hallo, hallo.
inspection reports submitted by Kiara and major cases I've judged over the past decade. I've come up with two plans. On one hand, I could start with Kiara and track down the group behind all this step by step. On the other, I could also analyze the conflicting interests of these major cases and confirm my suspicions if there is indeed a mysterious group that bears a grudge against me.
They both sound like pretty solid plans, but can you really finish browsing through all these documents? That's a lot of reading even for Paimon.
Don't worry. I'm a fast reader when it comes to official documents. After all, I have several hundred years of reviewing under my belt.
We'll help you read through them. We have nothing else to do.
Thank you. I will continue looking through the ones piled up on the desk, but feel free to browse through anything else in this room.
Okay. About Risley. About the Spina dorsala. Colors. Burst of Spina dorsala was defeated in a duo under an injury. Ich dachte schon, wie die damit zu tun haben. About a bribery case. TV bribery scandal within the guards. The Special Security and Surveillance Patrol. Hello, welcome to the stream. To confess, ich habe vergessen, das auszumachen. About Risley. The defendant Risley has confessed his crimes and declared guilty by Edicts Nicolette. Fortune of Mary Pete, serving his sentence during the trial, Nicolette remained silent for a long time. About the representative council's proposal. The council has filled the request to collaborate with the Majesty's Phantom on certain public events. Based on research, they believe that the Malazin can enhance the popularity of these events. I need to look something up real quick. Give me a second. Hab ich ein Ding hier alles richtig eingestellt? Nein, habe ich nicht. Ich habe es wieder vergessen. Das ist jetzt auch schon wieder Tage so. Damn. Ich muss mich wirklich immer daran erinnern, dass ich Streamsprache richtig einstelle. Based on research, okay. The Majesty's Phantom has yet to respond. However, it has not prohibited the Malazan from participating in such activities. Okay. But the smuggling. The smuggling case was solved by the joint forces of the guards and the Majesty's Phantom. The principal offenders have received judgment based on severity of their crimes. Please refer to the appendix for the list of names.
Have you made any progress?
Wie ist das alles verbunden? Das ist die Frage.
We skipped through some of them, but there wasn't anything useful. Oh, there's so many documents lying around. Just how many cases have you handled?
I would love to answer that question, but the truth is I've never made a precise calculation myself. If memory serves me right, there should be at least 100,000 cases. The documents you see are just a small fraction of what's really there.
Whoa, that's a lot. Looks like the work of a Chief Justice isn't easy at all.
That might be how it seems from another's perspective, but trials and official duties are, to me, simply routine. There are many documents here. Take a break if you are tired.
You read Paimon's mind.
All right, let us take a break then.
Stille.
Even though resting is a part of taking a break, shouldn't we at least talk about something? All this silence is making Paimon feel really awkward.
Please pardon my lack of consideration. People rarely come to the Palais Mermonia for matters outside of work. To be quite honest, I am not sure what we should do. Would you like to have some drinks, perhaps? You must be thirsty after all that work.
Ooh, drinks! Thank you! Paimon wonders what Novelette likes to drink. Oh, maybe he's a fan of really fancy wines.
Water.
He seems like the type of person who'd own an entire winery. You know, like Diluc. What's inside these glasses? It looks just like water.
An astute observation. It is indeed water.
So it's just plain old water?
What did you think it was?
Since you're the Chief Justice and all, Paimon thought you'd prefer something more
This water is indeed very special. It would not be an overstatement to call it sophisticated. I believe you've already tried Fonta. In fact, there are many other drink factories in Fontaine, including those that specialize in packaging pure drinking water. Said water is sourced from all across Tevat, including Mondstadt's Cider Lake, Liyue's Chintsa village, and Inazuma's Konda village. Here is one of their latest products, water from Sumeru's Apam Woods.
They're all just water, aren't they?
If I were to comment on their mouthfeel, the waters of Cider Lake warm the heart. The waters of Chintsa village have a poignant touch, while one might call the waters of Konda village placid.
What's up? How are you doing? Basically everything's fine. I play like the story quest of Novelette right now. That's basically it. Oh, and I forgot to click something on browser page. Always like to forget things. That happens. I'm very forgetful sometimes. But anyway, that's basically it.
Distinct differences exist between the waters of each area. You will appreciate their intricacies once you taste them
quasi die
carefully.
Quote von ihm.
Really? Let Paimon
Als
try!
Joke in der Story.
What do you think?
Nope. Paimon couldn't taste any difference at all. Isn't this just normal water?
How regrettable. It seems like you still have a long way to go in refining your tastes.
Hey, this doesn't have to do with refining our taste. Paimon's pretty sure most ordinary people can't tell the difference. How did you do it anyway? Oh, could it be because you're the Hydro Dragon?
That could be the case.
We are allowed to bring that up, right? Since no one else is around? Oh, Paimon's been wanting to ask this for ages. If you're the Hydro Dragon, why would you become Chief Justice in human society? Sorry. Paimon was just curious. You don't have to answer.
There's nothing to hide. I was simply organizing my thoughts. I accepted this position because I wanted to seek out answers to questions that have perplexed me.
Questions? Are there really things you can't figure out?
Many, in fact. But the one question that puzzles me the most concerns my own existence. In essence, I neither know why I was born in this form, nor do I understand where my long life should take me. For a long time, my memory was rather incomplete. With regard to the primordial sea, for example, I used to only be able to vaguely recall its connection to me, but I was unaware of what that connection was exactly.
Is there anyone who can answer those questions?
Perhaps the elemental dragons of other nations may have some form of an answer. However, they are scattered across all of Tevat. Abruptly visiting could very well pose an unpredictable risk.
True. Some of them have very unique personalities, too.
Pep.
I have been holding on to these unanswered questions for a long time. But there is one thing I've discovered along the way. My emotions easily resonate with those of others. Even I don't have the slightest idea what they mean. My guess would be that there are at least some similarities between humans and myself. By observing their behavior, perhaps I could one day understand the meaning of my existence.
I see.
Have you made any progress then?
Perhaps, but I find such progress difficult to describe. As an outsider, chances to engage in meaningful interactions with others are few and far between. That's why I'm quite thankful for this chat. Such opportunities are rare. Alas, time is limited. We should move on with our investigation.
Are we gonna continue reading these documents? Paimon's getting dizzy already.
I wasn't able to find any leads even after browsing through most of the documents. But while we were on the topic of water a moment ago, another...
Water? Do you mean...
The Fountain of Lysin?
That's right. The Fountain of Lucine is where all of Fontaine's waters converge. It is the vessel of countless memories and emotions. If there really were an organization attempting to use Melusines against me, they should also hold an intense resentment towards me. Perhaps we'll be able to find some new leads by sensing the hydro element within the fountain.
Huh. Why didn't Paimon think of that? Come on, let's go take a look.
Das ist ein bisschen so, ja, wir haben keinen Plan mehr, wo wir was untersuchen sollen. Lass mal auf magische Weise was herausfinden.
Perhaps we should go. There shouldn't be too many people near the Fountain of Lucine during the evening.
Okay. Fountain of Lucine. Ach. Warum dauert das eigentlich noch so lang? Bis dann endlich Special Programs gibt.
Monsieur Neuvillette?
Ja.
I probably shouldn't disturb them.
Looks like we got lucky today. There's hardly anyone around.
What should we do next? Oh, Traveler, can you still hear the voices from the fountain?
Should I drink more primordial seawater?
Perhaps leave the investigation to me. I need you to take a few steps back and keep a safe distance.
A safe distance? Neuvillette, what exactly are you? Whoa, it's glowing!
Der hat Line Mode aktiviert. Damn. What just happened? Everything looks a little different than normally. I should continue forward and look around. Ich finde die Welt hier super interessant. Hm? Das ist nicht das Normale. Ich meine, ja, das hier ist einigermaßen der Fountain von Lucine, der ist ein bisschen umgebaut worden halt. Aber dann würde es normalerweise hier lang gehen, von dort noch dort oben. Oder, warte, nee, das ist nicht der Fountain von Lucine. Ich dachte, hier wäre normalerweise die Opera, aber die Opera wäre nicht da, es ist aber nicht die Fountain von Lucine, ich bin dumm. Ich dachte, sie haben einen kompletten Ort verändert. Das wäre super interessant
Thank you
gewesen.
for bringing us here, Monsieur Neuvillette. The court of Fontaine is truly incredible. There's so many things I've never seen or heard before.
I understand your excitement, but there's no need to thank me. Although I have responded to your wishes, it was not without personal interest. Melusine's special sight make them especially suited for joining the Maréchaussée Phantom. I'm certain you'll become an indispensable part of Fontaine's detective force.
I know, but I'm really glad to be of help. Not only can I repay you for your kindness, but also, it feels like my life has become a lot more meaningful.
But a meaningful
Oh,
life
ad
also
break.
comes with its risks.
Break. Wir warten kurz, dann geht's gleich weiter. Für die Leute, die gerade keine Ads haben, kurz erklärt, Twitch mag es, Ads zu schalten und ich tue einfach, während die Ads sind, Stream pausieren dass wir alle ungefähr am gleichen Punkt sind und niemand irgendwas verpasst. Ist relativ nützlich. Und ich habe dadurch auch hin und wieder mal eine Pause. Pausen sind toll. Also. Ja, also kurze Ad-Pause. Wird hoffentlich nicht so lang dauern. Okay, es sollte gleich weitergehen. Ja, dann machen wir weiter.
It's definitely the safest to just stay in the village. But I want to see the outside world nonetheless.
Also für alle, die jetzt in Ads waren, es waren Ads. Währenddessen habe ich pausiert, dass keiner was verpasst. Alles gut.
In truth, I've never really understood the purpose of my existence, or what I'm capable of contributing to this world. For almost 20 years, we've stayed in our village without finding any answers. That's why we wanted to leave our village and look for the meaning of our existence elsewhere.
I understand your confusion. In fact, I feel the same way. I too came here for an answer to my questions about my own existence.
Really? Could you tell us what we should do to fit in as you did? The truth is, many people threw rocks at us today and told us to go back to our village. It hurt a lot when they hit me in the head, and I tried really hard not to cry.
Logically speaking, both time and effort are essential when different species attempt to peacefully coexist. It will be a difficult road ahead, with countless obstacles to overcome. Different identities and ways of thinking all contribute to strengthening the barrier between one another. Removing it will be no easy feat. There aren't many suggestions I can share, because just like you, I haven't fully integrated into the society. Despite my social status, I am still an outsider.
Oh, I see. Let's all do our best then. I'm confident that we'll find the meaning of our existence one day.
I believe in you, but you shouldn't lose sight of the difficulties ahead. If you run into any trouble, I suggest that you inform Vautrin, the captain of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol.
Huh? Is he the person I met in the Palais Marmonia earlier?
Yes? Do you have any concerns?
That stone-faced human. He didn't even bother to look at me when I tried talking to him. It felt like he wasn't interested in anything but work.
He is an earnest man. There will be plenty of opportunities to work together in the future, so please try to get along.
Ich liebe es aber, wie hier die Atmosphäre in, ja, dem Ganzen aufgebaut wird.
Hello. Can I help with anything?
Thanks, but no need.
Oh. Hello, I'm Carol, a Melazine. Is there anything you need help with?
Get away from here! I'm calling the guards.
Please, calm down. I don't mean to cause any harm.
Hard to say.
Yeah, we should probably stay away from these monsters. Haven't you realized? Strange incidents have been increasing ever since they came.
Why should we trust this species from who knows where anyway? I can't believe Nervilat allowed them into the court of Fontaine just like that.
Exactly. That so-called Chief Justice even granted them official positions. Not only that, but they're now responsible for investigating cases as well. I swear, there's some hidden agenda at play here.
Go away! Quit acting innocent!
I'm not leaving. I won't let you say bad stuff about him. We joined the Mare Chaussee Phantom and solved lots and lots of cases. We've never done anything wrong.
Solving cases? With Nervilet in cahoots with you? You could have fabricated it all, and no one would know. So tell me, how can you guarantee that you Melazines aren't involved in anything that occurred recently?
Didn't I tell you before? Don't go advertising if you're not a good talker.
Vautrin?
Aside from spreading unjustified rumors, if you continue insulting members of the Mare Chaussee Phantom, the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol has every right to subject you to interrogation.
Ja, genau.
There have indeed been an increase in cases recently, perhaps due to the shifting currents of conspiracy, and I understand your concern. However, there's been no evidence pointing towards Melazines being involved.
Even the captain of the security patrol is on their side. Nervilet's newly reformed police force is already corrupt to the core.
How can two completely different species possibly coexist?
You heard that?
Yeah. I don't understand. Why won't anyone believe us?
There have been rumors saying that you were born from calamity, and that you inherently bring danger to those around you. There are countless negative rumors about you floating around in Fontaine. It's near impossible for you to become a part of this society. Best if you give up before it's too late.
Monsieur Nervilet said that we needed to put both time and effort in. I don't know how long it'll take, but I can at least try making my best effort. I still want to try a little harder. Thank you for bailing me out earlier. Okay, I won't be taking any more of your time. I painted a lot of flyers last night, so I have to stay and hand them out to everyone.
Give them to me.
You're not gonna take them away, right?
We'll hand them out together. The faster we get this done, the sooner we can head back.
Aww. Dann ist wieder eine Roulette. Und die anderen beiden. Hey, das ist der Teleportpunkt sogar nicht aktiviert. Law accurate. Kann ich den jetzt aktivieren? Na, okay.
Monsieur Nervilet, what's this?
Medals of Peace, awarded to you and Vautrin. Thank you for your continued dedication in the past 5 years. You've taken one small step forward in helping Melusines gain the trust of humans.
I think I'll pass.
Hey, don't say that. We wouldn't have made it this far without you. It won't be long before Melusines begin living peacefully with the humans. Just the thought of it makes me happy.
Don't keep your hopes up. We've barely scratched the surface. There's still a long way to go before that dream of yours comes true.
You blockhead! Don't ruin the mood!
Vautrin brings up a good point. The trust humans have placed in you is still very fragile. Any small incident could undermine the hard work you've put in. Please be on your guard for the next few days.
Yes, sir.
Okay, got it.
Medal of Peace? Peace isn't going to give us back what's rightfully ours.
Are you sure we should do this? We're no match for Neuvillette, even with all our powers combined. What if...
Nah, not gonna happen. As long as he remains in his position, there's no chance he'd take us out personally. There are rules even he must comply with in the political sphere. Unless he wants to become an enemy of Fontaine. So quit worrying and just go ahead with it. I've already planned out the murder. Once we lay the blame on the Melusines as the person who brought them to the court of Fontaine, Neuvillette will be left with no excuse.
I guess you're right. Ugh. If he just left things the way they were, it never would have come to this. But he's forced our hand. Time to teach him a lesson.
Sad excuse. Das ist wirklich eine sad excuse. He forced our hand. Einfach nur justifying ist das.
Melusines can't be trusted! That goes for Neuvillette, too!
Peaceful coexistence? What a joke. Get out of the court of Fontaine and don't ever come back!
Also wurde Mord quasi auf Carol
The results of the investigation are in, Captain Vautrin.
geschoben.
Go on.
There is no direct evidence, but reasonable inference indicates that the ones controlling the situation are supporters of the old regime, whose interests have been undermined by the reform. They tricked Miss Carroll into going to the crime scene and pressed charges against her. After that, they incited panic among the people in order to make Monsieur Neuvillette confess to his mistakes and yield up power. The guards were stopped by the enraged mob and couldn't intervene in time. Miss Carroll chose to sacrifice herself to pacify the situation.
And she called me a blockhead. A little investigation would have cleared things up. Why didn't she wait until we'd established the truth?
The situation had rapidly escalated to a physical altercation between infuriated citizens and the guards. Miss Carroll might have thought there was no better plan.
That is indeed something she'd do.
Captain Vautrin, should I present these results to Monsieur Neuvillette right away?
There's no need. Notify the guards to restrict public access to all information.
Restrict access to... Wait, are you planning to...
There's something I've never told Carol. I had a little sister named Ilaria who passed away when I was very young. She's just like Carol in every possible way. Innocent, kind, always believing the best of people. People like her are the most vulnerable to deception and betrayal. From the moment I met Carol, I knew that she'd be easily manipulated by others. I kept a cold demeanor and tried lecturing her into giving up.
Looks like she was unfazed by that.
Yes. In fact, some of her spirit must have rubbed off on me instead. Because I too began working towards that pie-in-the-sky dream of hers. I should have known. Those cowards don't have the guts to confront New Villette. They even avoided causing trouble for me. They were after Carol all along. Can you understand how I feel? Right now, there's only one thought on my mind. Only through bloodshed can their debt be repaid.
I understand, but I'm certain Monsieur Nervalette wouldn't accept that as a solution.
That's exactly why we need to keep this a secret. Give me the list of suspects. What happens after this has nothing to do with any of you. I will take responsibility for everything.
Bin sehr gespannt noch auf Sijwins Story. Weil die Melusine-Story gefällt mir bisher sehr.
Did you know? They're hearing a major case today, and the criminal is Captain Vautrin of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol. Apparently, he resorted to personal measures to seek revenge for Carol and settled the score with the group that framed his friend. Hey, why aren't you saying anything?
I'm thinking. We should try our best to bail him out when the trial commences.
Bail him out?
What? Shh, keep it down! Haven't you realized? Both Vautrin and Carol are Nervilette's most trusted subordinates. After everything that happened to Carol, Nervilette's guaranteed to do everything he can to keep Vautrin around. Besides, now that the old regime has been uprooted, Nervilette's status is secure as can be. As long as we redirect public opinion, Nervilette will be able to give Vautrin a reprieve. The benefits are endless.
Vautrin sought vengeance for his friend for a valid cause. This represents the justice he upholds. Please think about it. If the same thing had happened to you, wouldn't you feel the same way he did?
Yeah, that's right! This whole thing started because of those despicable cowards who levied false accusations against Carol. How could Vautrin be declared guilty for seeking revenge?
Monsieur Neuvillette.
Mr. Vautrin is innocent!
He's innocent!
Order! I acknowledge your arguments. Vautrin, your revenge could be seen as a form of justice. I understand your decision, which is why I cannot help but feel regret and even grief about the judgment I must now impose. Personal justice does not equate to justice as defined by the law. To execute your plan for revenge, you abused your authority and conducted informal executions. Your actions have thus violated the law. Therefore, you will be declared guilty.
What?
That can't be! Monsieur Nervilette, please give this a little more thought. He has done so much for Fontaine.
Vautrin, my friend, is there anything else you want to say?
Neuvillette, what have I done to deserve this? I've closely followed every one of your orders. Can't you see? Everyone in this room believes that I'm innocent. Why can't you just let me off? Is this what justice means to you? Answer me, Neuvillette!
Das war auch eine Line aus der 4.1 Trailer.
Order. Since there have been no further objections, the Oratrice will now deliver the final verdict regarding the charges against Mr. Vautrin.
Wir wissen ja, dass die Oratrice bis auf ein einziges Mal immer Neuvillette recht gegeben hat. Das eine Mal war mit Child, also wird es guilty.
According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal, Mr. Vautrin will be declared guilty.
Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal. Sorry.
Goodbye, Monsieur Neuvillette.
This all happened because of Carol's naive ideas.
How can different species peacefully coexist anyway?
was das?
Apologies, it seems like my memories got the better of me. I tried my best to suppress the power of Hydro within myself, but it seems like it still caused the emotions within the Fountain of Lucine to boil over due to my negligence. The overflow of emotions and memories must have affected you as well. Are you all right?
I'm fine.
Wow. The Hydro Dragon is more powerful than Paimon thought. Anyways, the last time we came here, the Traveler only heard voices from the Fountain of Lucine. No emotions boiling over or anything.
It is as you said. This might be because I am different. It is not only the fountain. I can sense emotions from all waters in Fontaine. Rivers, lakes, and even the rain.
That sounds awesome!
But I rarely ever do anything like this. Emotions carried by water are always chaotic and disconnected. As an outsider, having my mind occupied with irrelevant memories isn't exactly a pleasant experience.
The memories I saw were related to you.
Which ones?
From when you brought Carol to the court of Fontaine.
It's fine. I prefer not to speak of those memories. That does not mean I am deliberately hiding them. It was a coincidence, but perhaps it is a good thing that you saw everything in that form. You should now understand why I believe there to be a conspiracy behind all this. These two cases are much too similar. I felt like I needed to do something.
Paimon's starting to lose track of what you're saying. Don't leave Paimon out of the conversation. Paimon wants to help too.
Then let us get back to the point. While I was investigating the fountain, I discovered something strange. I did not sense too much hatred towards me within its accumulated emotions. I don't know what caused this to happen, but it seems like there won't be a shortcut to finding the organization that may be pulling the strings here. However, I did find some resentment directed towards Kiara. If I remember correctly, it seemed to be related to a smuggling case.
Oh! Didn't we read about that in one of the documents?
You've read about it. In that case, the resentment should have come from that incident.
Huh? What are you doing
Navia.
here? I was just about to look for you at the Palais Mermonia.
Also wir bekommen hier sehr, sehr viele Gastauftritte von Charakteren.
Navia! Nice to see you again. Is there something we can help with?
I've heard some things, but I'm not purposely asking around or anything. Don't worry. Rumors are abroad that someone's scheming against Melusines, and that you're investigating the case. So I told the Spina di Rosula to keep an eye out for leads. We've had unfamiliar faces showing themselves at the Fleuve Cendre lately. Maybe you'll find the suspects among them.
Thank you. Where did you hear about all this?
The Chief Justice out on investigation, accompanied by the Traveler from afar. No matter how you conceal your whereabouts, there will be countless eyes watching you. You talked to Kiara, but didn't ask her to keep things secret. People curious to know asked around for information, then it was only a matter of time before word of the threatening letter spread all across Fontaine.
So that's what Charlotte meant.
Dankeschön für den Raid, Anna. Vielen, vielen Dank und willkommen im Stream. Hallo, hallo.
Indeed. I did not expect that this could be kept hidden for too long, but the rumors still spread faster than I imagined.
You know, it
Wow.
could be
Okay,
because
ich trinke was.
you attract more attention than you think. Anyway, any progress with the investigation?
Nicht wirklich.
The suspects who threatened Kiara might have to do with a certain smuggling case.
Dankeschön.
But it is still uncertain if there is in fact another party behind all this. We are planning to return to the Palais Mermonia to revisit some details and identify the senders of that threatening letter.
Alright, then I'll round up the Spina di Rosula and follow up on their progress.
Das ist echt interessant, was man hier so für Auftritte haben. Wir haben Cloron, Navia, wir haben... Wen hatten wir noch? Cloron, Navia, Charlotte hatten wir auch. Das ist echt interessant.
Wait for my word. Ta-ta!
Tata!
Neverlet, do you think there'll be any problems now that the word is out?
I have already considered that possibility, and I do not think that there will be any. As a matter of fact, once the word gets out, no one would dare to harm Kiara in broad daylight. What is more important is how the case is perceived by the public. 400 years ago, they chose to side with the old regime and direct their resentment towards the Melusines. I hope the same won't happen again. Let us head back to the Palais.
Ich glaube nicht, dass dasselbe wieder passieren wird. Ich glaube, die mögen jetzt die Melusinen sehr.
Strange. What are these people doing out on the streets so late at night? Did something happen? Let's take a look around.
Have you heard? Someone's plotting against a Melusine. This is 100% the truth. Even the Chief Justice is investigating in person.
What? That's it! Who's been threatening Melusines? Show yourself!
Our enemies are lurking in the shadows and won't easily reveal themselves. But no amount of hiding will keep us from finding them.
Es ist schön zu sehen, dass sich Van Dan zum positiveren Ort entwickelt hat.
That's exactly what I wanted to say. The guards have already begun to take action. We can't just stand by and watch. Think about how much we owe them. Now that they're in danger, how can we just sit back and do nothing?
Everyone, please stay alert to your surroundings from now on. If you see any suspicious persons, report them to the guards immediately.
It feels like you've been following me this whole time. Did something happen?
Aww.
We were informed that.
Nope. We just finished our shifts and happened to be strolling by.
Have you had dinner yet? Why don't we check out the new items at the dessert shop together?
This isn't a good time to be out and about.
Come on, don't act tough. I bet you're hungry too.
All right, let's go buy a cake or something.
You shouldn't ever skip meals, especially if you have another shift scheduled for later.
So süß.
I heard even Nervilette's keeping an eye on the situation. This is the perfect chance to get promoted. We gotta make sure we give it all we've got.
Seriously? Were you planning to shirk your duties if Nervilette wasn't involved?
Relax, I was just playing. We've worked together for years now. If something happened to them, I'd be haunted by regret for the rest of my life.
That's more like it. We should stand guard until the criminal has been caught.
Come and fight me instead, you cowards!
Have you heard? Even the special patrol came to help.
Shh, look. Isn't that Nervilette? I think he's looking at us.
Looks like there's nothing to worry about.
This is truly wonderful.
Yeah.
So, wanna go over and say hi?
No, I should stay where I am. My appearance could give rise to unnecessary commotion. Let us stick to our plan and return to the Palais Mermonia. The faster we uncover the truth, the better.
Es nimmt eine interessante Wendung, muss ich sagen. Ich mag bisher die Story sehr. Ich frage mich nur, ob da jetzt noch ein... Halt, von wem jetzt der Brief im Endeffekt kam. Das müssen wir noch rausfinden.
The smuggling case was solved by the joint forces of the guards and the Maréchaussée Phantom. This is the one. The list of involved suspects should be... Ah, found it.
What does it say?
The principal offenders Domenico, Inica, Yuna, and others have been caught. They have been sent to the fortress of Meropide following trial. Those with close connections or mutual interests with the offenders but who did not participate in the case will not stand trial. Among them, surveillance of Essin has ceased on account of his good behavior. All other personnel remain on our watch list.
So many names. Is the one who sent that threatening letter to Kiara on the list?
Yes, there is something suspicious about Essin, to be precise. It seems like he's closely related to the core members of the smuggling case, and he moves around without much restriction.
Should we tell Navi about this?
Monsieur Nervilette, someone claiming to be from the Spina de Rasula just checked in with us. He said, and I quote, "We have located the suspect. They're chatting at the cafe."
Huh? How did Navia find them so quickly? We've only just figured out the suspect's name.
I too am perplexed. The
Navia,
cafe isn't too far from here. We should head over and take a look.
Navia macht halt einfach immer nur Ws. Jetzt mal wirklich, Navia tut teilweise schneller was Zeug herausfinden als hier die gesamten Investigationsorgane vom Palais Mormonia. Also Respekt an der Stelle. Ah, ich liebe es, diese wenn Low Quality erstmal eingespielt wird. Ah, das ist wunderschön.
Hey, Navia, we're here! Whoa. Check out all these people! Hey there, are you Navia's friends too?
These are the people who have had recent dealings at the Marechaussee Phantom. They're usually hidden in the Fleuve Cendre, but I sent for someone to invite them over.
Invite them over?
Exactly. Now, I heard there's great coffee here, and so I asked them if they'd like to come and have some.
Yeah, it's our pleasure to be guests of the Spina di Rosula.
I've wanted to have a meetup like this for ages.
Something feels off, but oh well. Let's get back to business. Is there anyone called Essan here?
Yes, that's me.
You're Essa?
Yes, Monsieur Nervilette.
Did you write that threatening letter to Kiara?
I did, but I was just following orders.
Orders from whom?
Domenico. He was my boss. I couldn't disobey his orders.
Domenico. Where is he now?
In the Fortress of Meripede.
The Fortress of Meripede.
Well, I'm afraid even the Spina would have trouble looking into that place. Looks like you'll have to make the trip yourselves. This was as much as I could do.
You've done more than enough. I am extremely grateful for your help.
Leave the formalities for later. You should find Domenico first. If he really is the one setting up the conspiracy, it'd be best
Ich
if
bin
he's
überrascht, dass
exposed
der
as soon as
so
possible.
einfach eingeknickt ist, aber ja.
Alright then, let's head to the fortress right now.
Okay. Auf the Fortress of Meripede. Bin sehr gespannt. Werden wir jetzt noch Risley treffen? In Sijuin. Sijuin wäre natürlich sehr funny, wenn wir jetzt treffen würden noch.
It's Monsieur Nervilette.
Mhm. Risley auf jeden Fall schon mal.
Welcome to the Fortress of Meripede, dear esteemed guests.
We're back! Oh, and a greeting from none other than the Duke himself! Guess we made a name for ourselves at this place.
This isn't anything new. I figured you had important matters to discuss when the two of you, not to mention the Chief Justice, showed up. Let's assume we've gone through the pleasantries and cut right to the chase.
Sehr schön.
I do remember a thing or two about Domenico. He once attempted to round up the other inmates and instigate a protest.
Who does this guy think he is? Paimon hopes nothing came of it.
He once attempted to, I said, meaning that it was over before it even started. And now he's threatening Melazines, is he? To be honest, Domenico doesn't seem like much of a conspirator. The fact that the three of you bothered to personally investigate raises a flag. Is there something else going on behind the scenes here?
He's got the same concerns we do.
I am concerned about this incident because something similar has occurred in the past. I wish to meet Domenico in person and have my questions answered.
That's an easy one. Let me think. I think he's at...
Did I hear someone say Melusine?
Sijuin!
Sijuin!
A Melusine named Kiara received a threatening
Yeah,
letter.
and we're investigating. The person who threatened her seems to be imprisoned here. Really? Is Kiara gonna be okay?
There's no need to worry. Clarand is protecting her as we speak.
Well, that's great. But if the criminal's still... Is there anything you can do about this?
Ah, head nurse. Do you require me to personally deal with the criminal?
Writhsley.
Okay, I get it. I'll bring Domenico to you. That's your only demand, correct?
Think of it as more of a humble request. I'm here on my own accord, not to formally transfer a criminal for trial. I urge you to set aside any concerns. Thanks for the trouble. Consider me in your debt.
Whoa! If Paimon were the Duke, Paimon would take this chance to ask for something really important.
Well, were I still a criminal, I'd probably ask for a lighter sentence. But I'm sure Monsieur Neuvillette would reject that. But enough jokes. I'll look for Domenico and bring him to you. Make yourselves at home. Our dear head nurse has mentioned you quite a few times, so I'm sure she has a lot to say.
Please come with me to the infirmary. And watch your step. There's some pretty dark areas, so make sure you don't trip over anything.
Ich bin schon gespannt, wenn Sijuin rauskommt. Damn, es gibt noch so viele Fontaine-Charaktere, die ich eigentlich haben will. Also Writhsley, Sijuin, Coran, Chiori. Gibt noch so much it is. Ja, es gibt noch sehr viel.
Just walk by. Now that I think about it, I can leave this place soon. Huh?
Das ist echt schlau, wo die Leute hinstellen. Ja.
Please rest here for a moment. Oh, and would anyone like anything to drink? Paimon's not that thirsty, but thanks anyway. Thirst is a warning sign that you're dehydrated, which means you have to drink up even before that. I'll bring you some tea. I'm sure you'll have a lot to talk about. Typical Sijuin. Concerned about everyone's health as always. Why aren't you two saying anything?
The criminals we passed by earlier.
You noticed them too. The badges they wore on their chests looked quite familiar.
Familiar? Paimon didn't even realize they were wearing them. But if both of you say so, let's go ask them about it.
Paimon and I will go.
That's not a bad idea. I will stay here and wait for news from you. I place great
Ich wollte nur mal kurz gucken, ob irgendwas Wichtiges ist. Aber naja. Good.
Anything you need?
The badge you're wearing.
Oh, this? Are you interested in joining the Mutual Aid Network?
What's that?
We have a very long history, going back as far as 400 years ago. We have never had many members throughout our history, nor do we have much of a reputation, but everyone treats each other like family. Helping each other is our purpose. At the same time, we seek to maintain just dealings as much as possible.
Sounds like a pretty neat organization.
All we want is to defend ourselves. None of us have ever committed serious crimes, and we're not especially powerful either. We're at a natural disadvantage here in the fortress, but people won't give us a hard time if we stick together.
Sus.
Interested in joining the Mutual Aid Network? If you'd like to learn more, here's our flyer. Our slogan may have evolved over the centuries, but our goal has remained unchanged. Here, this book is for you.
Das ist wahrscheinlich die Organisation, die gegen die
You
Melusinen
two look
ist.
kind of familiar.
Badge you're
It's
wearing.
the symbol of the Mutual Aid Network designed by our first president. From what I've heard, it's based on something called a Medal of Peace. I've never seen one of those medals for myself, though.
Ah, wait. Dann sind die für die Melusinen.
The first president of our network was an amazing person. Powerful as he was, he never used his strength against anyone. He encouraged the weaker criminals to stick together and look out for each other. All of us have a lot of respect for him.
We should have gathered enough information. Let's head back and talk to Neuvillette.
Hm. Also sind jetzt Pro-Melusinen, denke ich mal.
Did you manage to gather any intel?
Ein bisschen.
The people who wore the badges belong to an organization called the Mutual Aid Network. According to them, the badge's design was inspired by the Medal of Peace. Have you seen any of those before?
I personally crafted 2 of them myself. They were awarded to Carol and Vautrin. Carol's medal was destroyed in a fire. The only one that remained should belong to Vautrin.
Oh.
Und Vautrin wurde in Fortress of Meripede gebracht.
So the network was inspired by... Monsieur Neuvillette, His Grace has requested your presence in his office. He's found Domenico.
All right. Let us talk to him first and get to the bottom of this situation.
Okay. Oh, dann sind wir dann aber hierher gegangen. Es ist so schön, immer wieder da runter zu gehen, weil es aber einfach ist. Das ist schon super.
Allow me to introduce this fine gentleman, Domenico. Why don't you explain everything to him?
Neuvillette? What do you want? What are you gonna do? Kill me?
Calm down. I merely want to ask you a few questions. Was it your idea to send that letter to a Melusine? Hassan has already confessed, so there really isn't any need to keep hiding.
Oh, that idiot! I can't believe I trusted him.
Let me ask this another way. It was your idea to send that letter, correct?
Yes.
Who is pulling your strings?
What? You're not trying to frame me for something I haven't done, are you?
It's best if you realize the gravity of your situation. The Chief Justice of Fontaine has been personally investigating your case. I assume your previous attempt to incite unrest at the Fortress of Meripede has something to do with this as well.
I admit I acted on impulse. I'll tell you the truth. But before that, you must ensure my safety.
I can do that.
You see, we're all reasonable people here.
I only intended to do some small business at first. Someone contacted me about delivering some goods and promised me a generous sum of more in return. After making a few trips, I was suddenly approached by the Maréchaussée Phantom. They accused me of smuggling prohibited items, and I was put on trial. But I refused to accept any of that. The ignorant can be rightfully absolved from guilt, right? Well, I suspect that someone got me locked up here so they could get their hands on my goods.
And then you decided to take revenge on the Melusine?
Moment.
Over that?
Bin wieder da. You're hopeless.
My initial target was Neuvillette. Everyone in the Fortress of Meripede was declared guilty by him after all. So they must more or less hold a grudge against him, right? If I could get them to strike back. But for some reason, no one wanted to team up with me. That mutual aid network in particular. What did those nobodies even gain from trying to challenge me? Seriously. In the end, I had to redirect my focus onto Melazines to salvage things. I recall that Kiara was the one who confiscated my goods for inspection, so I asked one of the more approachable guards to send a letter, claiming that I meant to contact my family. But the letter was in fact addressed to Essa. I requested that he write a threat letter to Kiara and force her to resign from the Marechaussee Phantom.
Am I to assume that the claims you've made are your own thoughts? Have you been in contact with any suspicious people recently?
No.
Is it true that all members involved in the smuggling scandal have been caught?
Yes. And that's all I know.
Sigewinne, please take him back to the detention center. I'll deal with him later. So, Monsieur Neuvillette, you were concerned that there might be a shadowy faction looking to capitalize on the delicate situation with the Melazines to stir up greater chaos?
Yes, I experienced a similar incident in the past, so I had to be prepared for any possibility.
And how long ago was this incident?
More than 400 years.
You might be overthinking this. Time can change a lot of things. Everything's different now.
What do you mean?
400 years ago, you and the Melazines you brought to Fontaine were the outliers in society. But in the present day, if someone were to threaten the safety of the Melazines, people wouldn't just sit back and do nothing. I trust that they would make different choices from before.
That's right! We saw lots of people standing up for Melazines on our way back to the Palais Mermonia.
Times can change people.
Monsieur Neuvillette,
Das ist die Lektion, die
the
man daraus
Melazines
lernt.
are a species you introduced to Fontaine. How the public treats them is also reflective of their attitude towards you. When people refused to place their trust in Melazines, it was because they were still on the fence about you, their unfamiliar Chief Justice. For almost 500 years, you've conducted every trial with impartiality. You made the right judgment each time, regardless of whatever nonsense went on. People no longer have any reservations about you and even consider you a symbol of the law. Right now, your every decision will impact all of Fontaine. In other words, you've gradually transformed the whole nation.
Paimon gets it now. No wonder no one wanted to join forces with Domenico.
Tragedies like that won't ever happen again.
I am undeserving of such high compliments. From my perspective, I have simply been fulfilling my duties. It isn't anything special or worthy of praise. I'm simply fulfilling the promises I've made and searching for answers through my judgments. It is unnecessary to hold me in such high regard. The complexity of human emotions and willpower far exceed those of mine. As a matter of fact, I believe that you are the ones who deserve my respect.
There's no need to be so modest. The current state of affairs says it all. You're no longer that outsider you were before. Even if you wished to investigate something on your own, many would take the initiative to lend you a hand.
I must say that you've made a fair point. Thank you for clearing my doubts. Now that the case has been settled, I should get going.
Huh? You're leaving?
And so soon, too? Why not stay for a cup of tea?
Thank you for the offer, but I know how this place works all too well. While some are here to redeem themselves, there will inevitably be those who harbor resentment towards me. The less time I spend here, the better. My presence could very well result in an unwanted disturbance.
In that case, I'll have to insist. I still have 2 more things to say.
Please, go ahead.
The first is about the guard who helped Domenico send that letter.
I know of what you speak. The guard was indeed deployed from the Palais Mermonia's staff. However, as I mentioned earlier, I visited today on personal business. Therefore, I leave that matter in your hands.
Well, that makes things a lot easier.
You're not going to...
Hey now, don't let your imagination run wild. Those from up there have a tendency to sympathize with others. However, down here, such thoughts will put you at high risk. I'll have a chat with the guard and remind him to take precautions in the future.
I see no issues with that.
Great!
The other thing was born from my own sense of curiosity. Now, I've heard that you investigated the mutual aid network. Is that right?
Yep. Neverlet thought their badges looked familiar.
I noticed the small gang as well when I first took over the Fortress of Meripede. They were not great in number, but every member always made sure to stand up for what was right. I've looked into their founder, Vautrin, who once stood trial and was sentenced to imprisonment in the fortress. According to existing documentation, Vautrin remained disciplined throughout his imprisonment. He had never once engaged in physical or verbal aggression. In other words, how he presented himself in prison was very different from his behavior in court.
What?
Does he hate Neverlet?
During his trial, I could sense that his feelings were complicated. He appeared to be full of resentment, and I believe he had every right to feel that way.
Perhaps he had been putting on an act.
An act?
Neverlet and Vautrin had a close relationship as superior and subordinate. Vautrin must have known that the Chief Justice would make an impartial judgment. Thus, the more resentment he displayed, the clearer it would be to those present that you were upholding justice. And to those who had been sitting on the fence, Vautrin's act was a very meaningful one. That's all from me. Does anyone else have anything to say? Now's your
Von
chance.
Anfang bis Ende dafür sorgen wollen, dass die Melusine in Fontaine willkommen sind. Vautrin ist wahrscheinlich einer der, ich will sagen nettesten, aber das ist nicht genügend Lob. Er ist wahrscheinlich einer der bodenständigsten und verlässlichsten NPCs, die wir getroffen haben.
I don't have anything to say.
Kennen, nicht
Apart
getroffen
from
haben.
expressing my gratitude, that is. Well then, let us head back. No need to see us off.
Das ist
Please,
krass.
take care.
That trial is something I rarely bring up in conversation, but I have always felt deep regret for what happened to both Carol and Vautrin. The words he spoke in court often replay in my mind, as if urging me on to do something.
But Risley said he never resented you, right? Isn't that a good thing?
I believe I now understand what he wanted to tell me. I feel conflicted about those words. How should I describe it? Surprise, relief, fear, and regret. But this blend of emotions has led me to finally understand some things. I would like to hear your thoughts too. What do you think of me?
Paimon agrees with everything Risley said. As Chief Justice, every single one of your trials makes an impact on Fontaine. Hey, any comments?
What I really think is
Voice lines! Voice lines from Traveler!
every trial you've ever judged has left its impression on you. And that's what makes you who you are today.
That is indeed a reasonable assumption. As I said, I find it difficult to express my emotions because I cannot fully understand myself. But I trust your judgment. Since some time ago, I have begun to notice the changes that have occurred upon my person. These changes were not due to any specific occurrence, but emerged as a result of time itself. I will try to contemplate this further. Thank you both.
Oh, huh? It's raining! Oh no, Paimon forgot to bring an umbrella! Come on, let's hurry before it rains harder!
Hide the dragon, don't cry.
It's raining again? I've had enough of this weather.
There go my travel plans.
Did you read the news this morning? Quick, put away everything on the clothesline.
When is this rain going to stop?
Hydro Dragon, don't cry!
They're planning to reanimate the monster. We have to report this to the Chief Justice.
Is this Seymour?
The Fortress of Mirapede. It's a good place for me.
He owes me so many answers.
Neuvillette? You could say he's the real symbol of Fontaine's justice.
Watch him closely. He could be trouble.
Shido.
How can two completely different species possibly coexist?
Who's been threatening Melusines? Show yourself!
You will see much in the human world, from the delightful to the depressing. And one day, when you have dwelt among humanity long enough, you will be placed to bring judgment over all as a spokesperson for Fontaine's past. Good morning, Monsieur Neuvillette! The rainy season's almost over! The skies are supposed to clear in a few days!
I hope you find time to enjoy the sunny days ahead.
Fossilor. Mir war nicht bewusst, dass Fossilor dort schon angeteasert wurde. Und vor allem auch dieselbe Voiceline. Ah, das ist wunderschön.
Is the matter resolved?
Yep, we found the person who sent that threatening letter. Risley said he'd keep a close eye on him, so the Melusines should be safe now.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Sorry for dragging you all into this.
There's no need to apologize.
Yeah, you didn't drag us in. We got involved of our own accord.
By the way, where's Kiara?
At the Palais Mermonia. More than 50 people offered to protect her. Some even hid within the bushes to look out for danger. I was worried that the excess of protection would make her feel uneasy. So I asked her to stay inside the Palais. It's very safe in there.
What a relief.
Well, now it looks like the dust has finally settled. To celebrate this joyous occasion, Monsieur Neuvillette, would you be interested in an exclusive interview?
That's not how you celebrate.
I will consider it.
Oh. Wirklich, wirklich, Charlotte holt sich ja auch Ws.
Of course. My schedule is full for the following weeks, but I should be available next month. Come up with questions during the intervening days, and I will answer them to the best of my ability.
Sie ist sprachlos. Es ist wunderschön. Ich liebe, wie gut die Charaktere geschrieben werden.
Thank you so much, Monsieur.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I must head back to the Palais and issue a communique to publicize our investigation results.
Ich meine, man muss sagen, Charlotte ist ein sehr großer Extrovert. Und dass sie sprachlos ist, heißt schon einiges.
I hope it will assuage the concerns of all.
Oh, an exclusive interview. Am I dreaming? What should I ask him?
Don't let anything hold you back. Make the most of this opportunity and ask away.
I agree. He'll decline any question he can't answer anyway. so you might as well give all of them a shot.
Das ist... Ich mag die Quest. Die Quest ist echt gut. Ich komme nicht drüber weg, dass da wirklich schon Fossilor angekündigt wurde. Oder nicht angekündigt, angeteasert wurde. Man könnte denken, Furina? Das passt ja überhaupt nicht so, wie sie da gesprochen hat. So. Aber es war ja im eigentlichen Fossilor. Und das macht diese Situation dann so interessant, weil man weiß noch nichts über Fossilor an der eigentlichen Stelle. Das ist eigentlich super umgesetzt, wirklich. Schläfst du im Stehen? Oh Gott. Oh, das tut mir so leid.
Kiora?
Monsieur Neuvillette? Sorry, I accidentally fell asleep.
It's quite all right. I'm here to tell you that we have caught the sender of that threatening letter. You're safe now.
Thank you, Monsieur. And thank you too, Traveler and Big Sis Paimon. Everyone's been so nice to me, so I've always felt really safe.
Do you remember Domenico? He was the sender of that letter.
Let me think. I can't remember. My
Ad
memory
break.
isn't that good, so I easily forget things.
Wir haben kurz ein paar Ads. Also, falls ihr es noch nicht wisst, es gibt Ad-Breaks. Jede Stunde gibt es 3 Minuten Ad-Breaks. Und ja, in der Zeit mache ich nichts und warte darauf, dass alle zurückkehren, damit niemand irgendwas verpasst. Ich liebe es übrigens, wenn ein Ding TTS mich immer automatisch ausloggt. Aber naja. Hab jetzt gar nicht mehr nachgeguckt, wie lange die Werbung noch dauert. 1 Minute. Okay. Ich bin so am Überlegen, ich will eigentlich irgendwann mal wieder ein weiteres Video machen, you know. Wenn ich aber ein Video mache, will ich nicht unbedingt wieder Highlight-Videos machen, weil Highlight-Videos, bin ich nicht gut drin. Definitiv nicht. So, was ich so ein bisschen dran denke, ist halt so YouTube Shorts Feed, aber da werde ich quasi immer nur Clips nehmen, die ich auf die ich halt on-stream mache, so. Oder die on-stream gemacht wurden. Und da das nicht so viele sind, wird das auch nicht so häufig gemacht. Werbung ist vorbei. Also für alle, die sich gewundert haben. Ich tue jede Stunde 3 Minuten Werbung schalten und pausiere währenddessen den Stream, dass keiner was verpasst. Und dass keine Pre-Rolls existieren. Nice. Okay, jetzt geht's weiter.
By the way, I saw Carol in my dreams just now. Where's she gone, by the way? I haven't seen her in a long time.
Carol. Oh nein, das wurde nie gesagt.
In my dream, she looked really happy. She held my hand and said, Kiara, our dreams have finally come true. I can't remember what our dreams were anymore, and I don't know why. But I felt really happy too.
I can sense your joy. It is indeed a delightful
Die
moment.
haben niemals gesagt, dass sie gestorben ist.
Monsieur Neuvillette, are you happy too? Oh, I almost forgot. Am I allowed to go out now? I promised to model for Alov.
Of course. Off you go.
See you next time, Monsieur Traveler and Big Sis Paimon.
See you next time.
Aber natürlich kann ich immer noch mit ihnen sprechen.
I once thought that time was of no consequence to me. Distance yourself from others and stay focused on your work. A few years or a few hundred, it's all the same. But after all this, I've realized that perhaps this way of thinking is fundamentally flawed. The passing of time has its own consequences. The answer that I've been searching for amongst all those lives. Perhaps it's...
Okay. Ich fand aber die Novelette Quest sehr gut eigentlich. Hat jetzt 2 Stunden nur gedauert. Wir haben nicht kämpfen müssen, was mich sehr gewundert hat. Aber naja. Nicht wundern, dass der Casual dran ist, den brauche ich manchmal für Inazuma Dailies. Da ich meine Dailies mittlerweile auf Inazuma umgestellt habe. Habe ich eigentlich die... Ja, habe ich heute schon gemacht. Das Ding ist, die Inazuma Dailies werden mir auch nie die richtige gegeben. Ich brauche eine. Genau hier. Direkt neben der Gilde brauche ich eine. Dann muss ich mir einen Guide raussuchen, was ich da genau machen muss. Und dann muss ich es richtig machen. Und wenn ich es richtig gemacht habe, bekomme ich eine Quest in Sumeru. Und dadurch kann ich die letzte Quest machen, die mir noch fehlt. Weil die ist in Sumeru. Aber dafür brauche ich eine Daily aus Inazuma. Und sobald ich die habe, kann ich meine Quests entweder auf Leo oder Manstadt umstellen. Weil mir da noch Achievements fehlen. Yay. Ja, und mit 60 Gems sind wir jetzt hier. Wenn wir noch eine Daily machen würden, hätten wir 700. Theoretisch könnten wir schon auf 16.800 gehen, was quasi 105 sind. 105 Puls. Und mit 105 hätten wir jetzt insgesamt 110, weil ich schon 5 habe, umgewandelt. Und dann hätte ich noch 62 weitere. Also hätten wir 172. Oder ich spare einfach weiter. Also ich weiß nicht wirklich, was ich jetzt noch machen soll. Im Allgemeinen habe ich alles dann, was ich machen wollte heute. Wir haben sogar eine Story Quest gemacht. Ja, ich war produktiv. Jetzt also die Frage, machen wir noch ein bisschen Star Rail? Weil in Star Rail habe ich honestly ebenso keine Idee, was wir machen könnten. Aber auch eine Story Quest könnten wir machen. Das ist eigentlich eine Idee. Machen wir noch eine Story Quest dann. Also lasst mich kurz das Ganze ändern. BRB Stream. Screen. Und dann muss ich einmal fix alles bearbeiten, was existiert. Zum Beispiel Spiel, das wir gerade spielen, ist Honkai Star Rail. Wieso wird mir das nicht richtig angezeigt? Honkai Star Rail. Bam bam, speichern. Oh, frick, ich habe mich jetzt ausgeloggt. Ach, muss ich mich wieder einloggen in Genshin Bolt. Währenddessen starte ich mal Honkai Star Rail. Währenddessen... Oh, damn, jetzt habe ich das ganze Video zurückgespult. Oh, nein. Machen wir mal Musik an. Habe ich jetzt Honkai zugemacht? Ja, ich habe Honkai zugemacht. Ich bin so doof. Honkai Story. Was ihr auch gemerkt habt, ich habe keinen Streamzähler mehr drin. Also es gibt keinen Zähler mehr, wie viele Streams wir jetzt eigentlich schon haben von irgendeinem bestimmten Ding. Weder auf Twitch noch auf der anderen Plattform, die nicht genannt werden darf. Die natürlich nur vom Stream zählen da ist, ja, ja. Das ist nicht richtig. Yay! Zuallererst müssen wir Musik wieder anmachen. Ich war natürlich auch heute hier schon drin, weil ich vergessen habe, das zu machen. Okay, jetzt die Frage, was machen wir heute? Ja, stimmt, Story Quest. Alles andere habe ich schon gemacht. Ich habe heute auch schon 3 Pulls auf Runway gemacht. Was mich jetzt, glaube ich, auf 33 führt. Oder so. Guck mal kurz. 5. Ja, komm. Ah, 4. 34. Werde ich sie doch bekommen? Unwahrscheinlich, aber weitermachen. Ey, was machen wir heute, ist die Frage an Quest. Entweder machen wir die Quest oder die hier. Hunt the Ferryman and head to the Alchemy Commission delve together. Oder wir machen halt erstmal das hier. Ich meine, wenn die Quests nicht lange dauern, kann ich einfach mal ein bisschen Story machen dazwischen. Ich meine, so Side-Quests. Die werden mir zwar nicht mehr so viele Gems geben. Und im Allgemeinen sollte ich wirklich mehr SU machen. Aber naja, so ist es halt. Ich wünschte, ich könnte das ganze SU einfach kreieren, aber ich habe echt keinen Bock, das zu machen. Das ist halt wirklich so, eins nach dem anderen machen wir hier. Ich muss gleich wahrscheinlich Musik wieder anmachen, deswegen. Ah ja, ich bin außerdem ein paar Mal in die Darnhang-Quest reingelaufen, das heißt, ja, wir machen jetzt eine Darnhang-Quest, die schon ein bisschen angefangen wurde. Ich bin so froh, dass ich die Erweiterung drin habe, dass mit Werbung gemutet wird. Nur danach wird halt auch das Video aus, deswegen mutet, wenn man es im Bild hat. Aber naja. Ich glaube, wir machen The Dragon Returns. Nicht, weil es direkt hier daneben ist. Mach gleich die andere Musik aus, keine Sorge.
Excuse me. Are you two on your way to the Alchemy Commission, Delph?
Depart. Oh, genial.
Hello.
Stimmt.
What brings
War
you
auch dabei.
two here? The wind and waves are restless around lunar-rescent depths today.
Even you came to dissuade me from visiting the High Elder, General?
This encounter was not of my making. I've been recuperating in the Alchemy Commission under the Dragon Lady's care. Our paths have merely crossed. But your question would suggest that there are others interested in dissuading you from such a venture.
It's just a quick meeting. What is the big deal?
Matters that concern the rise and fall of the Vidyadhara will inevitably attract certain parties. Those that would work circumstances to their advantage. Be it Don Feng, the Preceptors, or the Alchemy Commission that trained the Dragon Lady.
Your injury hasn't dulled your instincts, General. The Preceptors and the Commission seem deeply concerned.
A chance meeting is a gift from fate. Why don't I help you to fathom their intent then?
General, what do you think about this?
It is an internal affair of the Vidyadharas. As long as it does not disturb the peace aboard the Luofu, it does not involve the General of the Cloudlands. Nevertheless, as a friend, let me remind you of one thing. So long as Don Hong and Bai Lu, with their respective High Elder powers and titles, both remain on the Luofu, the Vidyadhara will never cease their internal strife. This is not to say that either of you are to blame. It's getting late. You are headed to repair the Arbor's seal at Scale Gorge Waterscape and visit the High Elder, no? Farewell for now. I should start taking this business of rest and recuperation a little more seriously.
Master Don Hung, you're back. Have you made your decision? Will you come with me to meet with the elders first? Or are you set on seeing Miss Bailu?
Miss Bailu is already waiting at Scale Gorge Waterscape.
Your stubbornness is redolent of your previous incarnation.
Sorry, but you're not going anywhere. A criminal who destroyed our succession is unworthy of setting foot in the sacred places of the Vidyadhara.
Du bist ein NPC. Du hast nichts zu sagen.
Wait. Master Don Hung's presence at Scale Gorge Waterscape has been approved by the 6 charioteers and the Preceptors. He is no longer the criminal he once was.
Empty rhetoric. There are ways of unearthing his true identity. And even his reincarnation should answer for the monstrous crimes of the past. The Vidyadhara will never accept him. Die, Don Feng.
No.
Heaven Surge. Rise! The times are changed. You say Don Feng was merely your previous incarnation. How then do you still possess the power of the High Elder?
I sense a storm. Awaken the world-cleansing dragon.
As I expected, Don Feng, you have returned.
Thank you for rescuing me, Master Dan Heng.
They came for me. I'm sorry you got dragged into it.
It's risky to remain here. We should leave. Master Dan Heng, after your meeting, will you go with me to see the elders?
Should I ever want to meet the preceptors, Miss Huanxi, I'll ask you to pass on the message.
I understand. Please alight, Your Highness. Miss Bailu awaits you at Dragon Vista Rain Hall.
Let's go.
It could be dangerous ahead.
Mhm. Brauchen wir auf jeden Fall im Nein. Ja. Den will ich aber lieber dorthin setzen. Dann nehmen wir uns noch Bailu mit.
Imbibe Lune. It feels like an age since we stood shoulder to shoulder.
Er sagt nichts, okay. Dann noch Blade, das wäre funny, weil dann hätte ich alle Destruction-Charaktere drin, aber nee. Machen wir mal nicht, wir gehen da lieber mal mit... Ja, mit Fischhorn.
So slow. I've been waiting for you here for ages.
Mm-hmm. Everyone on the way here wanted to chat with Dan Heng. We met an assassin on the way over.
An assassin? Are you okay? Are you injured?
Fortunately, the skills of Master Dan Heng and his friends were too much for them. There are those that wish to assassinate Master Dan Heng, Miss. Presumably to preserve your legitimacy as High Elder.
Huh. I don't care about my legitimacy. Why do they? I told you, whoever wants to be the High Elder is welcome. I never wanted the title.
I am Dan Heng. It is an honor to meet you, Miss Bailu.
You're Dan Heng? I heard about how you parted the ancient sea and Scale Gorge waterscape. These assassins have got their work cut out for them.
Miss Bailu, please don't say things like that.
Let me take a look at you. Dragon horns. Well, they say you're Dan Feng's reincarnation. Suppose it must be true then. But you're different from me. Where's your tail? If I let you be High Elder, will you grow a tail?
About the High Elder succession. I have no intention of getting entangled in that. I'm here to repair the Ambrosial Arbor's seal. This is the duty of the Lawful Vidyadhara.
Oh, really? Then why'd you come to CB? All I've learned since my hatching rebirth are some medical skills at the Alchemy Commission. I can't repair seals or part the sea like you can.
I should take this opportunity to talk with you about the past, Miss Bailu. I've heard about your situation, and while I can't guarantee a solution, I will do my best to improve things for you.
Interesting. You're not like other grown-ups. You say what you think, and you seem trustworthy. So, you want me to go with you to Scale Gorge Waterscape?
Precisely.
Let's go then.
Miss Bailu.
Huanxi, please wait here for me. I'll come back as soon as I can. I've got these two to look after me. Don't worry.
Muss jetzt auch mit ins Team. Wow, ganze 2 Schritte gelaufen.
What a magnificent sight. Is that the Ambrosial Arbor?
Yes. Forming a seal and using their power to curb the spread of the Arbor's roots is an important task entrusted to the Luofu's High Elder.
News to me. The Elders must be well aware that I'm not qualified for this position. Which begs the question. Why did Dan Feng choose me all those years ago?
That's exactly what I've come to Scale Gorge Waterscape to find out. Among the Vidyadhara, The High Elder is the existence closest to the permanence. According to historical records, the High Elder succession involves a secret ritual known as the Transmutation Arcanum, as well as a treasure known as Dragonheart. Once succession is complete, the former High Elder undergoes a hatching rebirth, while the new High Elder begins to display draconic features. However, Don Feng's ritual failed, and his powers remained within me. And yet for some reason, it also created you.
So, in medical terms, he messed up the prescription. And brought suffering down on himself and just about everyone else in the process.
I want to use this opportunity to repair the Ambrosial Arbor seal, and see if I can help recall our memories. Shun the tree's growth, the residual plague, water of the ancient sea. Upon the High Elder's command, subdue the eternal roots. Strange. This is different from the breaking of the seal. Why is there no reaction?
What's wrong? Not going to plan, huh?
Shun the tree's growth, the residual plague.
Shun the tree's growth, the residual plague. Water of the ancient sea.
Upon the High Elder's command, subdue the eternal roots.
This feeling.
Okay.
That's it. You did it. And this alone should prove to everyone that you are the true High Elder. When the seal was reestablished, did you recall anything?
It was like a tide surging through my mind. I became really, really huge, and the whole of Scale Gorge waterscape was responding to my voice, resonating with me. That's fun! Danheng, teach me another trick. Let's see if I can remember anything else.
Wait. Can you feel it? There's someone coming. You! Who are you?
Just normal enemies, I suppose.
Protect Bailu!
Hey! I'm doing the protecting here! Nobody's getting hurt with me around.
Tedious.
Und jetzt ist einfach, warum ich Downhang nicht leiden kann, weil man nie wirklich skripten kann.
I see through you. Together as one. Human.
Und das ist halt echt scheiße.
Stand down.
So, jetzt mache ich einmal das hier.
All will be revealed. In lunar flame.
Weil hier, unsere gute Jingli ist sehr sparsam mit Skripten.
Awaken dormant scales. World cleansing dragon.
Nicht so wie Downhang. Das ist wahrscheinlich immer noch der größte Fehler von Honkai, einfach 3 Destruction-Charaktere hintereinander zu releasen.
They may have used a cloud hymn to create mist and provide a smokescreen. I'm afraid this ambush was probably lying in wait for me. Seems like some people have had enough of my presence.
Should we retreat?
We don't know how many there are. Let's get out of here.
Look at that shadow.
This power, it rivals the tidal forces in Scale Gorge waterscape. Is that you, Danfeng? Have you returned?
I'm afraid you have the wrong person.
Das ist Viara.
These floating shadows are called mirage echoes. They are memories of past lives and echoes from the past that the Vidyadhara shed during their rebirth.
The books say that these mirages only speak to people they can recognize. And the water on their bodies can be used as medicine.
Seems this mirage mistook me for Don Feng.
There's no mistake. This old man would recognize your voice anywhere. Have you come to this sacred place to repent? The proud son of the Videodora, hero of the High Cloud Quintet. You fought with us your whole life. How far you have fallen. You availed yourself of the Transmutation Arcanum to summon that draconic abomination, and almost laid waste to Scale Gorge Waterscape in the process. If your allies hadn't united to slay it, then the abomination would have destroyed the Ambrosial Arbor's seal. Tell me, did it sadden you to watch the abomination perish? As the High Elder, you should have freed us from the plight of rebirth and set foot on a brand new path. But the upcoming trial is your final chance. Hand over the secrets of the Transmutation Arcanum now, and the Preceptors can help you keep your secrets.
Trial.
The laws could have seen you executed. Pity that the High Elder succession could not be allowed to die with you. Kylorum Venti of the Yaoqing put forward a strong case for you.
Haha, Venti.
10 Lords Commission spared you from capital punishment. But the punishment of molting rebirth could not be avoided.
Elder, look around you. You've long since reincarnated. What remains here are just the mirages of the waters of the ancient sea.
Impossible. I still live. The High Elder succession will not be severed in this generation.
I don't like this Mirage Echo. He thought that the Videodora was superior to other races, and that he was superior to other Videodora. As if the Videodora would never progress without their plans. I guess Danfeng probably never told them the secret of the Transmutation Arcanum.
We shouldn't linger here. The assassins are using skilled cloud hymn magic to make themselves invisible. But their presence is all too real. These Mirage Echoes, on the other hand, are vestiges of the past. If we can center and transmit the echoes, we should be able to detect any assassins hidden beneath the surface of the water. Let's look for Mirage Echoes and send out pulses. Move carefully.
Cloudham Concealment. R. Aber mal, was man nochmal sein Empowern muss. Stimmt, das war das.
You've fled the Alchemy Commission yet again. How many times have I told you our rules state that...
Sorry. I'm sorry. I won't do it again. Wait. I remember that voice. That's the old chief alchemist. So she's been reborn?
Reborn? More excuses. Who brought you out this time? Is that Master Danfeng?
You've got the wrong person.
I don't think so. The appearance of the Law Fu's High Elders have been similar through the ages. But there's no mistaking Master Danfeng. Bailu, return to the Forbidden Residence. I must speak with Master Danfeng.
Oh, okay. Wait! No! You were just a Mirage Echo!
Master Danfeng, I finally understand your plan. That little girl is the key to the Transmutation Arcanum. This is a breakthrough for my research.
The key.
The Videodora performs self-reincarnation, but we are unable to reproduce. Natural and artificial disasters inevitably reduce our population. If this continues, one day our noble draconic bloodline will perish, and the fated decree of the permanence will be violated. For this very reason, I have spent my entire life researching ways to free the Videodora from the cycle of reincarnation. I have been without success for a long, long time, thinking that this reincarnation had been naught but a waste. But now, you have enlightened me.
Danfeng. What did he do?
Master Danfeng, your changes to the Transmutation Arcanum created a draconic abomination that wreaked great destruction. But Vidyadhara to reproduce.
Created a new life.
My understanding of reproduction was limited by ordinary notions. How constrained I was. Why should Vidyadhara reproduction remain trapped within the confines of our race? To unearth the potential might of Long's blood and incorporate other races into the flesh of the dragon? Isn't that the real meaning behind the transmutation arcanum? The Preceptors are too narrow-minded to see your talent. They want to install another High Elder. Foolish.
What does she mean by that?
The transmutation arcanum seems to contain a secret that allows the Vidyadhara to escape the cycle of reincarnation and return to normal reproduction. But the mechanism eludes me. Let's go.
Noch wurde nicht kein einziges Mal gefunden.
Why did you disgrace yourself? You were my hero. I dreamed of being just like you, of joining the Cloud Knights. But you betrayed the hopes and dreams of the Elders.
This Mirage Echo. You must be a Cloud Knight who fought alongside Don Feng all those years ago.
How many of us perished in that disaster and could not be reincarnated? And my leg was torn off by that abomination. Oh, the pain.
Über welche Abomination reden die ganze Zeit?
The doctors at the Alchemy Commission said I have to reincarnate as soon as possible to avoid affecting my immortal life. But my poor comrades have no chance of returning to the ancient sea. You once told us that we should cherish every life cycle, and that you would use cloud-hid magic to heal our wounds. But in the end, all you did was betray us.
Let's go.
I must listen to him very carefully. We cannot afford to miss any information.
I will never forgive you. The High Elder's power belongs to the Vidyadhara of the Lawfu. You are unworthy. The Vidyadhara must not sever the High Elder succession tradition just because of you. Hand it over.
Done.
Nah.
Is this the price we pay for bearing the power of the High Elder? Carrying the weight of all these expectations. All this hatred.
Before any of this transpires, you have enough time to prepare.
Miss Bailu, are you... Yuan Li! Is that you? I thought something must have happened to you.
It's me, Miss Bailu. I'm so sorry that I can't be your maid anymore. But I heard...
Why did you leave?
I refused a request from the Preceptors. So they asked me to leave. The Preceptors are very fearful of you, Miss Bailu. After a while, I felt that the Preceptors were asking this not out of concern for you, but for some malevolent purpose. So, I...
Yuan Li, don't worry. I never told anyone about my dreams.
Good, good. Then I needn't worry. They'll be assigning me to a different job soon. I hope we have another chance to see each other one day.
Yes. So long.
He's already been reborn.
Let's keep going.
Let's keep running.
Miss Bailu, are you okay? You were in there for such a long time.
Luckily, I had Dan Heng and her to protect me all the way. If anyone's owed a thanks, it's them.
It was a very dangerous journey.
I didn't expect those assassins to be so brazen and reckless, storming a sacred place like Scale Gorge Waterscape and pursuing you. Rest assured, Miss Bailu,
I'll report them to the elders and round them all up.
Wir haben die Assassins nicht erwähnt.
Fortunately, the three of you were blessed by the gods. If anything had happened to you, it would have been a dereliction of duty on my part.
Assassins. None of us mentioned that the danger involved assassins. How did you know that?
Oh, it's because we were already attacked at the ferry, no? I was just worried that those people would try and attack you again.
You said those assassins only came for Mr. Dan Heng, but the ones we met in the ruins were coming for me instead.
Perhaps the real dereliction of duty was that not enough happened to you.
So, did the elders send you to take out the unworthy High Elder?
That was my idea alone. How could the Preceptors have come up with that? From my perspective, the Videodora requires only one High Elder. A second High Elder, one who is weak and useless, must be removed. Miss Bailu, our relationship as mistress and maid ends here. Farewell.
Oh, vorgegebenes Team.
Heaven search. Rise.
You don't look so good.
I sense a storm.
Eigentlich habe ich gehofft. Ja, okay. Gut.
World cleansing dragon.
Lance at the ready. Lance ablaze. Lance forward.
Endlich mal ein gebildeter Trailblazer, you know?
You don't look so good.
Am I too late?
Hi.
Time for the master stroke. Reinforcements? I am a reinforcement.
Ah, da kommt die Quote. Das Ding ist, ich schaue ja hin und wieder Sayu, also Voice von den guten Genuen. Schaue ich immer gerne die Streams, hin und wieder mal. Und Reinforcements, I am the Reinforcements, hat er schon häufiger zitiert und ich wusste nicht mehr, woher das kam und jetzt weiß ich es wieder.
There's no time to lose. Here is thunder.
Do not fret.
I'm on guard.
Awaken, Thorn Scales. World cleansing dragon.
Conflict is hideous.
Let me tend your wounds.
So, haben wir alle Mario-Stock weg. Gut.
Heaven search. Break.
Follow my charge. Here is thunder.
Need a doctor? Top one, take your prescription!
Das ist ein bisschen schade bei Bio, dass sie halt nicht dasselbe macht wie Hua mit dem Aufladen der Energie. Das würde nämlich hier echt hilfreich sein. Aber naja.
Surge. Rise.
There's no time to lose. Conflict is pitiless. Show no mercy.
Awaken the world-cleansing dragon.
Yay, Jinyan hat sie erledigt. Das ist doch toll.
A pity. So close.
Did the Preceptors truly believe that nobody knew of their scheme? They should return to their senses. Attacking the Dragon Lady only destroys what little prestige they have remaining.
The whole thing was planned by me and me alone. Beware of false charges, General.
Save your breath. We'll know the truth once the Cloud Knights send you to the Ten Lords Commission's judges.
Too late, Jing Yuan. I go no further.
The last weapon collapses on the ground.
I always felt useless in the eyes of the Elders. A false dragon who failed to inherit the power of the High Elder. And today I realize they'll use any means of removing me.
Not all of the Vidyadhara harbor evil intentions. If you feel uneasy, Dragon Lady, the Seat of Divine Foresight can arrange for you to stay elsewhere.
Thank you, General. I'd like to talk more with Danheng first.
Very well. I will await all of you at the fair.
The Vidyadhara have neither parents nor family members. Once born, the teacher is assigned to instruct the young Vidyadhara in the art of Cloud Hymn, as well as various life skills. Danheng, did you have a teacher like that?
If you're asking about Vidyadhara tradition, I'm afraid that's something I never had any experience of. I've always been a wanderer. I can never return to my homeland. In my fragmented dreams, I meet enemies on the battlefield. But in my travels, I meet many people who I can describe with the word teacher.
As far back as I can remember, I've had the Preceptors and Alchemy Commission healers telling me what to do. Cure diseases, save lives. I don't know if that counts as teaching. You know something? It feels like you're the teacher I've been waiting for. Virtuous in the past life, master in the next life. Perhaps we were friends or disciples in our previous incarnations.
A friend or disciple of Dan Feng? Maybe, Miss Bailu. At first, I was worried that your title of High Elder was in name only, and that an absence of true power would eventually put you in grave danger. It seems I was overthinking things. You have no shortage of true power.
You mean the power to repair the seal? The power you taught me?
The Mirage Echoes of Scale Gorge Waterscape mentioned that not only was Dan Feng a brave warrior, what you have is the power of the High Elder that belongs to you. The power of life that can reforge the Arbor Seal and the vitality of the Eternal Roots. It is a world away from my power of destruction.
In that case, Danfeng probably had a gentle side to him too, right?
Perhaps.
We should head back to the healer's market. I have other things to do today. Let's go.
Now that the seal is repaired, my affairs on the Xianzhou have drawn to an end. For the time being.
Are you planning on staying on the Luofu? The banishment decree has been revoked, and the Preceptors have regained an awareness of the situation. This is your chance to return to your homeland.
as a nameless, the Express still needs me.
Ah, that is a pity.
Okay. Oh. Did I break the game? Oh.
I think
There,
I should
though.
refrain from violating the healer's orders any further. The weariness is creeping up on me once again. Farewell, all.
Okay. Mhm. Gehen wir auch mal schnell durch. The Memories We Share habe ich 80 erst. Also ne, warte. Was ist das hier? Nee. Muss irgendwas sein, wo wir relativ weit sind. Am Färben oder wo? Mhm. Moment of Joy. Mhm. Ich meine, hier iTrailblazer ist ja halt quasi. Ne, nicht iTrailblazer, wo war denn das? Ne, The Rail onto the Stars ist ja Main Quest abschließen. Gab es nicht auch noch für Sidequests? Find all the Foods Treasure Box. Ich weiß nicht, was man die Foods Box Treasures ist. Weiß ich nicht mehr. Ja, okay. Hab ich jetzt genügend für noch ein Pudding? Schade. Das ist schade, wirklich. Ich hatte gehofft, dass ich jetzt noch genügend habe. Ich meine, ich kann ja mal theoretisch versuchen. Hier habe ich eigentlich alles, was ich machen konnte. Hier in den alten habe ich jedoch nur die beiden quasi komplett abgeschlossen. Fearing Boss hatte ich nicht komplett, da weiß ich nicht, was ich nicht komplett hatte, um ehrlich zu sein. Deswegen müsste ich da selbst mal nachgucken. Aber eigentlich sollte ich alles komplett haben. Ja. Okay, eigentlich sollte ich es vollständig haben. Das weiß ich halt auch nicht genau, was ist, aber wo ich nochmal hingucken muss, ist auf jeden Fall das hier. Weil ich habe natürlich hier nicht alles fertig gemacht. Ich muss zum Beispiel nochmal gegen die Leute hier kämpfen. Ether Spirits habe ich auch noch nicht alle, glaube ich. Wo ist mein Pokédex? Hier ist der Pokédex. Hier habe ich alle, hier habe ich alle, hier habe ich alle, aber... Ne, doch, ich hatte alle. Ich hatte halt Rating Rewards noch nicht komplett. Team... Ging eigentlich... Was hat mir... Okay, dann hatte ich doch auch alles fast. Wunderschön. Nee, komm. Dann... Manchmal verstehe ich nicht, warum man nicht mit Escape machen kann. Ah, wo sind meine Achievements nochmal da? Divination Shop. Also es gibt noch sehr viele Achievements, die ich theoretisch mir handen könnte.
Where there are people, there is noise.
Ich vermute jetzt mal, dass dort noch irgendwas ist.
Have you...
Ja. Wir haben jetzt 30. Ich bin halt immer noch 30 Stück. Spamming Spam. Let a higher existence that lives within your heart give you a thumbs up. What? Ich meine, hier habe ich die ersten zwei habe ich vollständig. Danach kommt das hier, Eager for Battle. Da gibt es noch einiges, wobei nicht mal so viel. Unnecessary. Ach, keine Ahnung, was das ist. Use here was a technique fiend. Six targets to flee. Simultaneously. Müsste ich erstmal wissen, wo 6 Targets gleichzeitig sind. Ich habe eine Idee. Wir müssen halt erstmal 6 Leute finden. Das sind 2, 3 Stück. Das sind halt aber nicht 6 Leute, die ich gleichzeitig halt zurückziehen lassen kann. Das sind halt 3 nur. Hier werden halt nochmal 2. Die könnte ich höchstens mit hochlocken. Die Frage ist, wie weit laufen die mit hoch? Ja, das war's auch schon. Ja, ich weiß nicht, wie ich das machen soll. Hol mir jetzt noch das Zeug dort ab. Wenn nicht, haben wir halt heute nur eine Story Quest gespielt. Oh. Never mind. Weil dann haben wir noch was gefunden, wo wir ein bisschen was farmen können. Das sollten insgesamt nochmal einiges mit euch sein. Gibt es irgendwelche Special Requirements? Get ambushed no more than 2 times. Allies are knocked down for no more than 2 times. Use generator no more than 8 times. Okay.
moon shines on the truth.
Ach, ich liebe es zu cheaten.
The moon shines on the truth.
Jingliu ist hier quasi schon so eine Art Cheatcode, würde ich sagen.
The moon shines on the truth. Soon to be departed.
Das sollte relativ einfach eigentlich sein.
The market is unpredictable.
Jinglius Fähigkeit ist halt eigentlich relativ okay. Mit, also out of battle, dass man halt nicht angegriffen werden kann, weil die alle außerhalb des Battles schon vereist sind. Finde ich sehr nützlich zumindest.
All will be revealed in lunar flame.
So, jetzt haben wir eigentlich einen relativ guten Anfang.
I see through you.
Ready for death.
Easy, Numby. Liquidation. I can do this.
Und der ist gebrochen. Yin und Yang.
Yin and Yang.
Wie ich einfach vorhersagen kann, was jetzt gesagt wird, so. Es kommt halt dafür, dass Star Rail nur eine einzige Line hat pro Ding, was passieren kann. Was ein bisschen scheiße ist, muss ich ehrlich sagen. Wir haben jetzt insgesamt 60 Stück schon bekommen, wenn ich das richtig gesehen habe. So, okay. Was soll ich denn sonst machen? Da glaube ich nichts, ja. Das Ding ist, wenn ich wieder einmal das hier bekommen würde, also irgendein 4-Star, dann hätte ich noch einen Pull direkt. Nein, das sind jetzt insgesamt noch 120. Wäre ich bei 150, das ist bitter. Aber ja, wir haben dann wenigstens schon mal was. Wenn ich alles schaffe, natürlich. Ja, okay. How about... No. Jingliu macht das halt einfach so viel easier hier. Außer halt, dass mir langsam die Skill Points ausgehen, aber naja.
The moon shines on the truth.
All things human creations.
Okay. Hätten wir die erstmal direkt ran.
The risk high reward. Go Nappy.
The market is unpredictable.
Investing in victory means playing the long game.
Oh, Adbreak. Ich glaube, die waren noch nicht so lang. Gibt's einen kleinen Adbreak, bevor es weitergeht.
Fool! You can't play dead standing up.
Wie lange Zeit habe ich noch für die Ads? Wenn nicht, dann gehe ich mir kurz was zu trinken holen während den Ads. 2 Minuten, das sollte ich hinkriegen. Und da bin ich wieder. Krass, 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 ich weiß. Ist in der Zeit was passiert, wo ich weg war? Ich vermute mal nicht, nein. Sind die Ads mittlerweile vorbei? Ja, die sind mittlerweile vorbei, das ist doch schön. Also, wer sich gewundert hat, was da passiert ist, wir hatten gerade Ads. Während Ads sind, werde ich immer den Stream stoppen und quasi einmal durchlaufen lassen, damit keiner irgendwas verpasst. Toll von mir, ich weiß. Die Idee kam nicht von mir, sondern von einem anderen Streamer, der sehr, sehr cool ist. Also schaut mal bei Pirate vorbei. Der ist aber
The moon shines on the truth. The moon shines on the truth.
Ich konnte gerade die Losing Condition hier nicht durchlesen. Okay, ich habe nicht gesagt, dass sie nicht sterben darf. Der darf einfach nur nicht entkommen. Let's go.
A quick divination.
So, jetzt dauert es ein bisschen, bis sie wieder angegriffen haben, alle.
The market is unpredictable.
Investing in victory means playing the long game! Confiscated!
will be revealed in lunar flame.
Okay. War jetzt nicht so schwierig. Okay. Wieder volle Punktzahl, damit haben wir weitere 60 Stück abgeräumt. Und hier sind die letzten. Ach Gott, wieder das Ding. Ich bleibe aber bei dem Team, weil es das beste Team ist, was ich habe.
All things in this human creations.
Easy, Numby. Go, Numby! I'm scared.
Okay, aber ich sollte hinkriegen, dass ich... Ja, vor allem, wenn ich ihn brechen kann, dann passt ja. Ich würde sagen, ich sollte hinkriegen, dass ich einmal das von Ding raus... von Wingo raushauen kann. Wie heißt das Ding raushauen kann? Wie heißt das? Die Special Form.
All will be revealed in lunar flame.
In der Zeit, wo ich gebraucht habe, um jetzt nach dem Wort zu suchen, habe ich schon längst geschafft.
The moon shines on its truth.
Devils! I'll crush them all!
The market is unpredictable. Investing in victory means playing the long game!
Okay. Also hier ist quasi eine Trotterjagd. Das ganze Kapitel. Damit kann ich arbeiten.
Ready for death. All will be revealed in lunar flame. Blade of moonlight.
Let the valuation begin. Go, Nuppy!
A quick divination.
Nowhere to run.
Liquidation! Right! Investing in
Ich
victory
weiß
means
nicht, ob
playing
ich
the long game! I'm scared.
Stay put!
No matter.
Steady.
I see through you. Together as one.
Tedious.
Easy, Numby. Go, Nuppy!
I can do this.
Super. Easy geschafft.
The moon shines on its truth.
Also hier muss ich wirklich eher die Leute suchen.
All will be revealed in lunar flame. Blade of moonlight.
All things in this human creations.
These are devils! I'll crush them all!
So, und jetzt einmal dann.
A quick divination.
Blade fodder.
Und Double Kill. Nice.
Do not concern yourself with the outcome.
Dürfen das halt nicht so häufig verwenden. Da ist noch eins.
The market is unpredictable. Investing in victory means playing the long game!
All will be revealed in lunar flame. Blade of moonlight.
Dauert wieder ewig, bis die einmal angreifen, alle. Gut.
Nowhere to run.
Easy, Numby. I'm gonna hold everyone back in
All things must human creations.
Bleiben nur noch 2.
Let the valuation begin. Go,
Und bleibt nur noch keiner. Lol. Hab ich alles schon?
The moon shines on the truth.
Sollte wahrscheinlich dann der letzte Kampf sein.
Soon to be departed. All will be revealed in lunar flame. Blade of moonlight.
The market is unpredictable.
investing in victory means playing the long game.
Ready for death.
These are devils. I'll crush them all.
Gab's jetzt echt einen Action-Advance auf den Totter.
Easy, Numby. Confiscated.
A quick divination.
Nowhere to run.
I'm scared.
Stay
Bitte, bitte, gib mir einfach genügend Energie. Ja, kann ich jetzt auch viel dafür, wegen diesem scheiß Action-Advance. Noch schaffe ich, könnte ich schaffen.
Soon to be departed. All will be revealed in lunar flame. Blade of moonlight.
So, das Ding ist jetzt halb down. Das Ding darf nicht sterben.
The market is unpredictable.
Investing in victory means playing the long game. Live it, Trip.
Warum konnte es nicht gleich so gehen? So, jetzt haben wir mal hier.
I see through you.
These are devils. I'll crush them all.
All
Noch
things
einmal.
must human creations.
Große Explosion.
Easy, Numby. Go, Numby.
Das ist immer pur auf Angriff quasi. Wenn er nicht alle 5 Sekunden meinen Angriff verhindern würde.
All will be revealed in lunar flame.
A quick
divination. Together as one. I'm scared.
Scatter. Try harder.
Yin and yang.
Nowhere to run.
Let the value market is on right.
So, machen wir jetzt das hier. Okay. Wunderschön. Damit soll ich es geschafft haben. Nice. Und damit habe ich jetzt endlich den Teil geschafft. Wie viel habe ich jetzt eigentlich? Sind wirklich 150. Das ist... Ah, tut weh. Kann ich irgendwas bekommen, was 10 wert ist? Das sollte möglich sein. Hallöchen. Ah, hallo, Marc. Hallo, hallo. Mann, hier sind viele noch. Use for Ultimate. Okay, das habe ich aber. Weißt du, was für Damage aus Gepard rausholen kann? Ich spiele Gepard nicht, aber ich würde ihn nicht mal auf Damage bauen. Ich kann ja mal kurz reinschauen und zu gucken, ob ich irgendwas rauslesen kann. Warte, wo sind denn die Fähigkeiten? Traces. Energy will be restored. Unyielding will. To be attacked by enemies, auch gut. Er ist wirklich eher so Defensive Support. Also was man muss ihn nicht wirklich auf. Also bei Gepard ist eigentlich nicht so das Ziel, ihn auf Damage zu bauen, sondern eher auf Defense, und dann blockt er halt für dir alles, was du hast. Was war das jetzt hier? Unyielding Will. Was ist ein Unyielding Will? Hier. Talent. Okay, ja. Also wie schon gesagt, eher auf Defense bauen. Das ist so eher das Ding. Also ich könnte jetzt entweder nochmal in Simulated Universe gehen und mir dort versuchen 10 Stück zu holen, oder ich schiebe das Ganze auf morgen und mach halt den nächsten Pull dann off-Stream. Weil ich will auf Break Effect gehen, machen so 120% oder mehr von Verteidigung und Schild. Ich habe, wie schon gesagt, relativ wenig Ahnung von Gepard, also ja. Das Ding ist, will ich mir hier irgendwas holen? Bessere Frage. Noch bessere Frage. Wie viel History habe ich auf dem Standard-Banner? 3. Wobei, ich suche ja eigentlich Forster History. 5, 8. Okay, also wenn ich mindestens 2 Stück bekomme, habe ich einen Forster dort, bekomme dadurch ein 5-Star Forster, bekomme dadurch ein Special Banner Ticket, und durch das Special Banner Ticket habe ich einen weiteren Pull. Weil so viel Bruchschwäche macht er nicht, deswegen. Okay. Gut, dass ich hier noch Bully Boy habe, den ich noch nicht gelevelt habe. Alter, wie viele Bücher habe ich? Shut up. Shut up, Bully Boy. Shut up. Ich will einfach nur das Zeug von dir stehlen, danke. 3 Stück willst du dafür haben? Okay, machen wir. Jetzt farme ich für Bully Boy. Ich kann es nicht glauben. Und ja, ich werde ihn Bully Boy weiterhin nennen. Ich würde niemals von seinem eigentlichen Namen abweichen. Genauso wie ich zu Fischl immer noch Amy sage.
Blade of Moonlight. All will be revealed in lunar flame.
Easy, Numby. Liquidation.
Okay. Aber jetzt erstmal hier einmal schnell durchrennen, dann graden wir einmal Bullyboy ab, dann tun wir den ganz komplizierte Reihenfolge machen, um einen 3-Star Lighthouse zu bekommen. Und eventuell einen 4-Star. Wenn ich Glück habe, ist es auch nicht. Und dann habe ich wieder alle 4-Stars. Das erste.
Let the valuation begin. Go, Numby.
The market is unpredictable.
Not claiming victory means playing the whole game. I'm scared.
Stay put. Get them.
All things human creations.
Okay. Einmal schnell hier durch. Dankeschön. Danke, danke.
Do not concern yourself with
Bullyboy. 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 Bullyboy.
How many battles lie
Shut up,
between me
Bullyboy.
and my dreams?
So, jetzt haben wir 2 hier und können erstmal 2 hier machen. Und wenn ich einen 4-Star bekomme, kann ich was auf Ron May schicken. Wie kompliziert will man es machen? Ja. Es ist ein 4-Star im ersten schon. Ich hätte den Kampf nicht mal machen müssen. March, nice. Machen wir auch gleich den anderen hinterher, aber ich warte nicht. Das ist schade. Okay. Aber dadurch, dass ich jetzt March bekommen habe, habe ich genau genügend, um einen Star Race Special Pass mitzuholen. Und dadurch, dass ich einen Star Race Special Pass habe, kann ich jetzt May bekommen. Bitte. Es ist nichts. Damn. Ich glaube, ich habe jetzt mittlerweile so 37, 36 PD. Ich glaube nicht, dass es noch was wird, aber es ist Hoffnung. Und wenn nicht, bilde ich PD. Darum ist so.
My past is gradually coming to light.
Mhm. Ich habe jetzt einfach schon E4 March. Welches E-Level habe ich bei Downhang nochmal? Wo ist mein Downhang da? 3. Okay. Also March ist jetzt 1 vorne. Und Juillet ist aber noch mehr vorne. Das ist relativ interessant. Ein paar E6 habe ich ja schon. Ich habe auch okay, ja. Clara hatte ich. Und wen hatte ich noch? War's Gepard? Ja, Gepard habe ich noch ein zweites Mal bekommen. Das finde ich so doof. Ich hätte doch einfach nur ein May bekommen können, damn. Naja. Ich glaube, an der Stelle höre ich für heute auf. Wir gucken gleich, wen ich noch raide. Und alles. Also ja. Dann gucken wir mal. Ach, wir raiden wieder Lea. Okay, dann vielen Dank fürs Zusehen und bis zum nächsten Mal. Bye bye. Viel Spaß bei Lea.